like, bro, that he might be some homeless man. I don't know, man. He look just like the homeless. I mean, I swear, bro, if you look at this nigga in his eyes, I swear to God, you fuck around, get possessed. Like, he's so fucking ugly. Like, he was dark skinned. He was chocolate, my nigga. I don't call him Wesley Chocolate. I'm telling you. So, well, I'm like, bro, that's the work is right there. He's like, no, it ain't, man. He might be just some homeless dude. I'm like, bro, I swear to God, I ain't tripping. That's gotta be racist. So I look at this nigga. He keep looking at me like, bro, you ain't, bro, don't fucking look at me, bro. I'm gonna knock your ass out. You know, I'm only like 5 foot. The rapist was like, I think he was like 5 foot. He had to be like 5'7". He wasn't tall, but he was really skinny. I know he was off the crack pipe. I know he was off that crack pipe. He was off something. Heroin in the bag, something. He was off that shit. I'm like, bro, I said, all right, but I'm gonna leave him alone. He might be homeless. I just don't wanna throw some shit on him. He told me not even be with. So I, go in my chicken nuggets. Got my free toys. Shit, nah, I ain't getting no toys. But I got my 10-piece chicken nugget meal. You know, with the barbecue sauce and the sweet and sour with a large fry. You know, that's a real nigga combination right there. So I got my shit. We went to the car, and then we ate our stuff. And we went to the movie my house place. I think this is back when 2011, and I was playing cool at the time, and he would just be on the phone talking to girlfriend and stuff. He's like, hey, bro, I'm about to go. I'm like, where you gonna go? He said, about to go home. So like, you might drop me off on my auntie. I mean, on my granny house. So my granny, he stayed on the west side, and I stayed on the north side. So, I mean, my granny stayed on the west side, and I stayed on the north side, but he stayed on the west side too. So I wanted to ride over to my granny house. He's like, all right, well, come on. So we get in the car. He's like, I gotta go to the gas station. I'm like, bro, just come on, my granny house down the street. Like no. Like, the crazy thing is, my granny house is like right next to the gas station. Like I say, like 5 minutes away. I'm like, all right, let's go to this gas station. And he asked me, can I pump the gas once we got there? I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Do I look like a damn slave? Well, I bought $20. I'm like, all right, cool. So he gave me the money, gave me 20 on pump one. That's how you go. You walk in there, give me 20 on pump one. I'm like, all right. So I gave him the money. I walk back up. I'm pumping on the regular gas. You know, regular niggas get regular. They don't get no none of that Supreme, none of that shit. So I'm pumping the regular gas into his raggedy ass car. And the same rapist pop up out of nowhere, bro. I'm talking about, and it was dark. It was dark too. It was like around 9:30 or some shit like that. This nigga pop out riding his bike, and that shit was squeaking like it's a Devo on Friday. He's like, hey, young buck. I'm like, who the fuck this nigga talking to? Oh my, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm scared for my life, cause niggas, I remember when I was younger, I was so damn short. I was so damn short, like, and I wasn't the strongest, but I don't know, man. I mean, I was like kind of strong. Like, you get me mad, I always get strong, but I was so fucking little, man. I was like 5'2", I think, a freshman. That's when I was a freshman. I was so damn little, man. It's crazy. He's like, hey, young bro. I'm like, what the fuck? I ain't even say nothing, so I act like I ain't hear him. He's like, hey, hey. He kept saying, hey. He's like, hey, bro. I mean, he called me bro, but he called me like, hey, young man, some shit like that, like some old church man type saying. I'm like, so I look at him like, yeah, what's up? And he was like, you want some candy? I'm like, what the fuck? Oh my god, you fucking trying to rape me. I'm like, bro, it kind of flattered for my eyes because I never really thought this shit would really happen. Because, you know, in school, they're like, stay away from strangers because, you know, they ask you candy, get in the van type shit. I thought that shit was always fake. Like, I didn't know they actually come at you with you want some candy type shit. So I look at this nigga like, you want some candy? I got Starburst, I got Skittle. I'm like, nigga, no, get the fuck away from me. I was like, I was kind of scared.
They got a
I kind
PS5.
of want to cry.
NBA
But man,
2K
yeah, I didn't
TV.
know what to do in that situation. So this nigga,
Yeah,
he
I got a
said,
PS5. He All
I
Star
don't like
One
that. What you
yesterday
mean?
on Mixture
I'm
in
like, bro,
21.
move around. And
I mean
I
All
don't know
Star
what my
One.
cousin was doing. This nigga wasn't doing shit. He had, you know, when niggas get fucking a car and they turn the music all the way the fuck up, so he didn't even hear what was going on. I didn't even like knock on the window like, bro, come help me, because he was like fucking 6'3" and I'm only 5'2". So he got to come and walk close to me, like with his bike. He set his bike like next to the gas station. He's like, man, I
And I'm
got
doing
this
a good
candy
start with
for
it.
you. I'm like, nigga, move, man. Oh my god, you annoying. I'm getting ready to cry. He's like, all right, look, I got something for you. He reached into his pocket. Nigga, I ain't do shit. I just straight. Boom, I just straight crack back this shit. I'm like, move, nigga, I told you to move, man. This nigga, wow, I hit this nigga so hard, bro. Oh my god, I swear he had dentures in his damn mouth. Cause I felt some shit go whoop. I'm like, man, you gotta move the fuck around. You don't fucking know. I kept calling this ass annoying because I was about to cry, bro. And the way I punched him, I had to punch.
I hit what?
So I punched him in his chin, and he just like.
I hit All-Star 2 and All-Star, not All-Star 2, but All-Star 1 on Switch game. Next year, I'm about 12% All-Star 2. 12 or 13%.
I did start crying at the end. But he got crying like, man, you messing with my cousin. This nigga, get out. I'm like, man, you better move, because my cousin, I ain't gonna lie, my cousin had a gun, and he pulled that bitch out. I'm like, man, I don't want no problems, I don't want no problems, I just want to see if you want to, like, nigga, move. My cousin pulled out the gun.
Y'all niggas better not be selling. I'm tired of playing with bum ass niggas in this game.
Show bitch ass up.
I mean, it's funny
So
now,
fuck?
but back then, boy, I was fucking.
Sell these nuts, nigga. I ain't even gonna play with you.
I feel like he took a little bit of my soul, boy. I just know if I see that nigga now, I'm strong.
Hello? Man. Yeah.
Controls. Game base selected. And test button. Test my player now playing.
Yeah.
Game group. NBA 2K20.
Yeah. Alright. Yeah. I know. Alright. Hold on, I gotta clean the page loose. Yeah.
his phone. I'm scrolling. I see a nigga. I'm like, what the fuck? You got niggas in here. I ain't say niggas. I said niggas. Like, you got, that means naked niggas. Like, why you got niggas in here? He said, oh, no, that's in my SIM card. Like, no, bro, your ass is gay. So he was getting his ass roasted like the past month. Like, you got hella niggas in here. Like, that niggas mean naked niggas to me, because that nigga was gay. I mean, I don't know if he was gay, but that shit gay. You got the nigga that was in his phone. I mean, he wasn't naked, but I mean, he was. He ain't had nothing on but a towel. Like he just got out of the shower. Like that shit was gay. Like, why is this nigga in your phone like dripping in motherfucking shower water? Like, come on, bro. That ain't right. So when he was getting ready to tell his story, right? He always, like, half of the time I be thinking this nigga lying, but this time I knew this nigga was lying, cause, like, this nigga bound. So he said, he went over his girl house, and he said the girl wasn't all that bad, but she was alright. He just wanted to clap. He, like, you know, like, referring to he want to have sex with the girl, he always say he want to clap. He always say, I'm gonna clap this bitch, I'm gonna clap that bitch, I'm gonna clap this bitch. Like, that's all this nigga say, but I personally think this nigga was a virgin. I don't know. But this nigga said he went over to this girl house, so he was sitting on they was sitting on the couch, and I guess she had a little baby there and something, and he said that little baby was running around the house in a dirty ass diaper the whole damn day, smelling like ass and cigarettes and some shit. And he like, I don't know, like, he said I was about to leave, but I just wanted to clap that bitch. I'm like, bruh, you serious? First of all, I knew, number one, I knew they was in the hood, my nigga. I knew they was in the dirty hood. Not the clean hood, the dirty hood. Second, I knew that bitch she had to be motherfucking ghetto. I knew she had to be ratchet. So I'm like, bro, yeah, that's right, that bitch ain't bad. If any baby running around the house with a dirty ass diaper and she not changing it, she gotta be like dark skinned and not like fucking ghetto. You know, long ass nails on some Sinead type shit. I don't even know. He said they went to the bathroom. I mean, not the bathroom, the kitchen. And she said she got to change the baby diaper in the kitchen. So he said she put the baby in the sink, took the diaper off, and then ran the water. Then he said it was like shit all in the motherfucking in a sink while it was dishes in there. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? And you still stayed there? Like, yeah, man, I was that thirsty to clap. I'm like, bro, she fucking around had the AIDS pack. Like, at this stage, like, she showing too much sign of ratchetness right now. Like, I don't know how you dealing with this right now. He said, man, I don't know. She just had a fat butt, and I was addicted. I'm like, bro, you is really doing the most. He said, so she finally put the baby to sleep. And it took her ass like 45 minutes to put a badass baby to sleep because it was just running all over the place. So he said he finally got her alone, so he was kissing all on her and stuff. And then he was like feeling on her. Then he got to taking off her clothes and shit. So they went to the bathroom. Then he said he went to the bathroom and there was some shit in it was a pamper in the motherfucking toilet, and there was some like actual shit in the fucking toilet. Like, who in the hell actually had sex in the bathroom? Like, is you kidding me, my nigga? Like, but it's like these are like the legit top ratchet black people all fucking time. Like, who in the hell do that? I don't really get it. I'm like, bro, what did you do after that? He said, you know what I did? I'm like, what? He got clapped her. What? He's like, clapped her. Alright, so you clapped her while it was shit. Like, you actually, like, fucking, like, I don't even like talking about, I don't like talking about shit because it be talking about stomach time. But he actually had sex with her in that bathroom, that shitty bathroom, smelled like ass. And I guess he wasn't fazed by it. He still did what he did to do. He did start cooking in the bathroom, I guess. He said when he left. And then he said when he finished up, he kissed her. Like, bro, is you kidding me, man? Like you actually kissed her in the mouth? He was like, yeah, I kissed her in the mouth. You was an old little nasty ass nigga. I had to move like 2 seats away from this nigga because he fucking around got the pack, like the AIDS pack or something like that. Because you can't be sitting close to niggas like that, man. Them type of niggas, them savage niggas, like who don't care and they will eat ass and then like kiss their little sister in the mouth or some shit like that. You gotta stay away from niggas like that. But this was his story right here, man. Like you got some crazy ass friends that do crazy ass shit like that. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what's the craziest thing your friend has did.
This video is brought to you by CapBeast.com. Design your own custom snapbacks and hats. CapBeast.com. We are Beast.
Yeah, bills everywhere, trill everything, and Drake just stand for do right and kill everything. I love Nicki Minaj, I told her I'd admit it. I hope one day we get married just to say we fucking did it. And girl, I'm fucking serious, I'm with it. If you just know I was around him, but I was with my friend, man, and I ain't gonna give his name out because I'm not really cool with this nigga no more. We didn't fall off because of this, but we fell off because of something else. But this day, my nigga, woo! Boy, I gotta tell y'all something. Alright, so I rode my bike, you know, if you remember that one story time when I told I had my, today, like, everybody didn't need a cell phone, it wasn't mandatory. We just get on MySpace or some shit. We all had internet, but we didn't all have cell phones. So I just went over there, I ain't even, hey man, what's up? I mean, she wasn't the only girl I was talking to, because you never know, you can't be like focused on one girl. I was like focused on plenty of girls. I just want to see if I can get her and see like if I can like land her or some shit. And yeah, my nigga. And I'm trying to see if I can like fucking get with her, but she was kind of playing games. I didn't really know if she was like fucking had a boyfriend or not. She didn't really tell. I didn't really ask her, but I didn't want to like come off as like a weirdo as nigga and shit. So we still talking, and then after the weeks go past, motherfucker, she asked me, did I want to come over? I'm like, yeah, I'll come over. I was kind of nervous because I don't really go over, like, people's house without, like, you know, like somebody out, like, say I got, like, who him up, say if I had him. I'm like, yeah, I already know from the but, this time I only go by myself. Actually, I was still kind of nervous. Like, you never know. Like, if bitch can say she wasn't some shit, like, you see, you on Facebook, you posting up, like, hella shoes, hella money or something like that. Not that I do that, but you never know what she gonna do. Like, she fucking around, set you up, you wanna fucking, it's like, you gonna get torched on some sauce shit or some shit, or some crap like that. So, I was kind of nervous, but, like, then again, at the end of the day, I'm like, man, I ain't no bitch. Okay, if I die, I die. That's the worst thing that can happen to me is fucking dying. But, I mean, that's really a bad thing, but shit. If I really didn't care, I'll just stop caring. I'm like, alright, where you live at? She texts me where she live at and shit. Alright, cool. And then like, where she texts me, I ain't never heard of it.
NBA 2K20.
Sound unfamiliar to the motherfucker. I'm like, bro, I gotta put this in my motherfucking Google Maps. I don't know where you live at. She like, alright, well, come on, like, down the clock. I kind of want to go in the daytime because around here, niggas be getting robbed. I ain't never been robbed, and I don't want to get robbed. And I'm like, man, alright, I got you. And then when I'm like, bro, I ain't go over there around like 9 o'clock. I want to kind of go over there around like fucking 6. That's when the sun is up, but she ain't get up until like 8:30 or some shit, or 7:30, and she been up to like get fresh for the kid. So I'm like, so when the day comes for me to finally go over to the girl house, I get in my mom's car, my mom's down to her boyfriend house, whatever. I get in my mom's car, I roll over there. You feel me? Well, first I didn't go to her house first. I went to the gas station. You know, nigga can't never be lacking. If that bitch ain't cook, you gotta go to the gas station. I want to pick up me some motherfucking Mountain Dew. This was when I was addicted to Mountain Dew. I ain't really addicted to Mountain Dew anymore, but I got me a Mountain Dew and some motherfucking gummy lifesavers, bro. Like, gummy lifesavers is fucking 81, man. I really fuck with gummy lifesavers. Whoever make them shits, if you want to fucking send me a box full of them shit.
I'm trying to get into the bump park. I'm trying to get into the stage.
Yeah, man. So finally, when I come to the gas station, I had to over to her house, you know, because her address put it into my GPS. Damn, my phone keep going off. And yeah. So finally, I roll up, like I pass the corner, and then her house, the GPS is saying her house is on the next corner. So I pull up. It's like pitch fucking black, like where she live at, my nigga. Like it's so dark that it's looking like you going through a tunnel. Like, you know, if you live in a suburb, some suburbs like down here, like they don't have no street lights. It's just like straight houses. There's no street lights. It's like fucking completely dark. Like you in a, like, I don't know, man. It's like somebody just turned the lights on. They clap 2 times and motherfucking lights just gone. Like, I was kind of scared. So I pull up and I finally find a parking spot because it looks so like crowded around there. I'm parking between these cars, man. I had to parallel park that shit. I ain't even trying to hit nothing. So finally I hop out the car
Nigga, I get off the car, look left, look right. Cause you can't be lacking. Like, where I'm from, you can't be lacking. Niggas will rob you so fast. Like, they'll come out the cut. Like, on some motherfucking boogeyman shit. Just snatch you, like, out of nowhere. You fuck around and get raped. Cause she did, like, she lived in the hood. Like, it was so fucking crazy. Like, I didn't think this bitch would live in the hood. Cause, like, judging by her picture, she looked like she stayed in a nice ass neighborhood. Cause I was like,
I'm gonna hop on
the
that
soccer shit, but, like, you see the, like, you know, them new houses and their doors be like white and then they look so neat. Like that's how I thought she lived in a nice ass neighborhood. But finally, I walk up to her house, I go up 2 stairs. It's like she had some stairs on. Shower, walk up. I ring the doorbell, I'm waiting for her to come out, man.
There we go. Hop on.
But I'm nervous at the same time.
Hop on the spot.
She living in the hood. I don't know what she gonna look like.
Hop on the spot,
and all that stuff. So finally, she opened up the door, and nigga, I got so fucking mad.
Bro, hop on the spot.
Oh my, yeah, when she opened up the door, bro, she was like fucking 4'7", my nigga. I'm talking about when I say her butt was, she ain't had no butt. It was flatter than a dinner plate, man. I'm like, oh, I was about to cry. I was about to cry, and then she said my name. I looked at her teeth. She had some teeth like Trinidad James, like fucking Young Thug before he fucking got braces and some shit. Bro, I'm talking, oh my god, her teeth so fucked up. And then she, I don't even like talking about this shit because it's so fucking.
Somebody hop on the spot.
Like it pissed me off to the max. Like, this bitch was so fucking, and she didn't look nothing like her profile picture. She was ugly. And then she asked me did I want to come in. I was like, yeah, I forgot to come in. Yeah, I come. She said, we sat on the couch. She like kind of got next to me. She kind of had, like, she had weight on her. Like, she just fucking gave birth to like some fucking 15-pound ass baby. And she was big as hell. Like, fucking short and big as hell. Like, wow, like, what do you do? Like, I don't want the actual, like, what do you do to not, like, look like this on, like, with the picture? Like, who working your Photoshop? Like Kuda? Is Kuda fucking, like, messing with your Photoshop or something? Like, you look A1 on your profile picture. Motherfucker, in real life, you are, like, ugly. Like, grab my face. Like, I ain't tell her that, but that's what's going on in my head. Like, she kept trying to sit next to me. I just like scoot over. I was like, she was on one side of the couch. I was like, all the way from the end. Like, get the fuck away from me. And then I stayed over for like fucking 30 minutes. And I like, you know, on your iPhone, like go down to your settings and it goes to your ringer. And that's what I did. I went to my ringer. I clicked my ringer. Then boom. Act like the fuck my iPhone. I had to claim my motherfucking iPhone ringer was on. I'm like, hello. I was talking to myself, but she don't know this. I was like, hello. I'm like, yeah, mom. So, yeah, you want me to come on? Yeah, I go to Walgreens. Alright. Yeah, I'm on my way. Alright, bye. So I just actually had a full-blown conversation with my mom. And I was talking to my motherfucking, I was talking to Siri, my nigga. I was talking to fucking Siri. I'm like, alright, bro. I gotta head out. She's like, damn, you leaving that early? I'm like, yeah, I gotta go. Pick up some dishwashing. It's like some dishwashing. Yeah, I gotta pick up some dishwashing with my mom. So, yeah, it was nice meeting you, you know? Yeah. And she's like, oh, yeah, well, I'm glad to see you get, no, motherfucker, you're not seeing me. I'm like, no, I gotta go. My mom calling me. My mom fucking calling. And she's like, okay. She's like, bye. Like, she closed the door. Nigga, I ran to my motherfucking car so fucking fast. I felt like Speedy Gonzalez, nigga. I drove home at 65 miles an hour. I'm surprised I didn't get no fucking ticket. My nigga, like, that was the fucking worst day ever. Like, one of the worst days ever. If you enjoyed this fucking story time, man, make sure you hit that like button, go subscribe, all that good stuff, man. Stay away from them bitches on the Instagram and shit. They do the fucking Photoshop and shit. Yeah, man, I hope y'all enjoyed this. I'm out, man. Peace.
How do you make a Pinot Noir taste like no other? Start with grapes from 3 California regions. Push flavor in new directions. And put a bear on the label. Made like no other, or taste like no other. Meiomi, flavor forward.
The next they just like to hang it on me. My whole city look like it's a bandit, homie. And we can trade out it up some bandit homies. Every week we ever had got granted, homie. And I never take that shit for granted. Even when I'm on the floor, kind of time.
time, my nigga. It's story time Friday. Story time Friday. It's story time Friday, and yeah, I'm guessing this you niggas' favorite series. Goddamn. But yeah, we're gonna get into this story when I turn into a motherfucking Chirac Savage. You feel me? And yeah, and if you don't believe me, my nigga, you can ask my nigga Twan. My nigga Twin hit him up. He'll tell you. He was like. He's like, bro, you always telling us this shit on YouTube about what I do. Well, you tell me what you do. How you be beating bitches up? I mean, I don't be beating hoes up, man. It's just like, you know them chocolate bitches, man. I don't really fuck with them, so they get these hands like, today I got time, cuz. Today I got time. Ooh, punch a bitch. But, yeah, man, this current day right now, it was Friday. Just like how it is today. It was Friday, man, and this was my 12th grade year, and yeah, I said I had 2 gyms in high school because like I had like fucking so many credits that I had extra class just in case I needed it. But yeah, so I had 2 gyms. After I go to the gym my first hour, then I go to the gym like I think it was like the 4th hour or something. No, I had gym back to back. Yeah, I had gym back to back. I had first and second or some shit. I had first and second or second and third. I don't really know. I forgot. But yeah, first hour I have it like some other niggas did. Second or third, whatever the fuck, you know, my second gym, I had it with my boy Twan. So I wouldn't even go to the locker room. I'd just stay in the fucking gym and probably like shoot around and some shit. But you know, motherfucking gym teachers, like we had like 4 gym teachers. Like it's like 4 different classes in there. They be
jump a million fucking times in one spot.
You hooping and it's like you can be playing like say you playing soccer or you playing tennis or volleyball. Like the teachers, the gym teachers don't really give a fuck. But if you playing basketball, my nigga, they just got like some urge. I want you to play basketball. They hate when kids play basketball because they know kids love playing basketball. It's like I be shooting around like give me the ball, Markel. Like man, let me shoot one more. They like if you shoot one more shot, you ain't gonna have free time today. I mean, y'all be on that bullshit. So I gave him the ball, and then this time I didn't have no choice but to go upstairs in the locker room to see who was all here. So I walk up the stairs, man, go through these double doors, go in the locker room, and the locker room always fucking musty and it's full of gay ass niggas. But this hour it wasn't because I don't know, it was a whole bunch of hood ass niggas smoking weed and shit. They be smoking weed in the fucking locker room and it's always musty in there. That's why I used to hate going in there. I was the last nigga to go in there, and I was always the last nigga to come out because I be trying to get in and get out, and plus I don't want to be around a whole bunch of fat ass niggas rubbing their body sweat on me. That shit is disgusting. So I go in there and go holler at my boy Twan, see we on, cause I'm ready to play basketball, man. You already know every Friday we hoop. We don't play no other sport. We don't play no volleyball. We don't play no fucking bowling, whatever the fuck they got for it. No, we playing basketball. That's all we want to do is hoop. So when I'm waiting for him to get dressed, I'm hollering at him and shit. We having a good ass time talking about some bullshit. I don't really know what we was talking about, but I know. Every time I talk to that nigga, we always laughing about some shit. We probably roasting somebody or something. So when he get dressed and we walk out the door, I see his ex-girlfriend. That's the girlfriend that used to punch and shit. You ever seen my twin as a savage? And I think I made another one. I don't really know. But yeah, he beat that bitch up 2 times. And yeah, they both black. They both chocolate. Twan ain't that chocolate, but his ex-girlfriend, yeah, that bitch chocolate, my nigga. If I didn't that bitch chocolate, bro. I'm just leave it at that. She blacker than a motherfucking Xfinity motherfucking internet box. She hella black. And he hollering at her. I used to I used to fuck with her, man, cause she really didn't really mess with me like that. She only talked to me because it's I was Twan man. So I was no homo, but I was his homie. We used to always stay together. So he had no choice but to talk to me. We be talking on and off when they was going out, but now that's his ex, I ain't really fuck with her like that. I might say a couple words here and there, but yeah, I just leave it at that. So he go talking to her. I go talk to this girl, and yeah, she was sure. I don't know if I ain't gonna give out her name, man, cause y'all niggas, bro. I said some girl's name on my story time. Y'all niggas found her, so I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna go ahead and leave that alone though. But I'm gonna go talk to this one short girl. So I know who she is, man. She's short. She got a fat ass butt. But she used to smell like baby products. Like, but she was sexy as hell, man. Like, I should put a picture of her sexy ass up here. But I used to always holler at her, bro. I was trying to get on game, but her ass was a freshman. I was a senior, but shit, I ain't get no fuck. Call me what you want. I ain't no rapist, though. But yeah, I'm hollering at her. Then we go downstairs. We gotta get in this line, cause like the teachers take they sweet ass time, my nigga. Like our gym class is only like an hour. I think like an hour or like 50 minutes or some shit like that. So they take their sweet ass time while we gotta line up and wait on their ass so they can check attendance. So while they taking their sweet ass time, they all in the fucking lounge eating snacks, fat as hell and shit. We downstairs in line ready to hoop because it's Friday, my nigga. And then I'm talking to some homies and I'm talking to the girl, you know, with the fat ass. And I'm like, it started getting boring over there, so I just jetted off. I just walked off. I go over there with Twan talking to his ex-girlfriend and his this one girl that I went to prom with. They over there talking. And then, I'm talking to Twan, and we were just talking about some random shit. And then she said something smart as hell. I'm like, gee, stop fucking playing with me, man. And then she said something smart, and then I don't know what the fuck she did. I think she tried to slap me.
Park is boring, bro. Park is boring as fuck.
I like spun her around like on some battle.
That's all I like playing Park is fucking boring,
jumped
bro.
on her neck and started choking her ass. Like, I put her in this motherfucking submission. Yeah, bitch, you gotta, and I'm gonna need you to
I played a million fucking Park games, bro. This shit is boring, bro.
I'm like, I was actually choking this bitch. Like, I told you niggas, I don't like chocolate hoes. Like, today I got time, cuz I don't fuck with you. And we on the ground, man. We just like fucking really wrestling. She laughing like, get off of me, get off of me. No, I'm not getting off you. I don't like your ass. So we on the.
I don't get shit from playing Park, bro.
Get him off of me. Like shit, that ain't got nothing to do with me. Twan already beat the bitch up. It's my turn. I'm gonna catch bodies around here, man. I turned into a straight savage on that hoe. So I let her go. She get up. She try to come after me. I grab her ass again, put her in another fucking hole. Bitch, you not going nowhere. Today I got time. Yesterday I ain't had time, so I ain't really fuck with you. But today I got time, my nigga. I'm not going for none of this shit you trying to do. And the next thing, I think I slammed her ass. I like put her on her motherfucking back. And Twan said she was crying, but shit, I left that bitch alone. Cause if she would've ran up, she would've catch the fade. I ain't got time for that shit. But Twan said she was crying, and I personally don't give a fuck what the fuck she was doing, but. That should like give up. That like after that day, she stopped fucking messing with me because she already know what that whole like be like, bitch. You know, my specialty is submissions, my nigga. I will submit your ass. Like don't fucking run up on me. I don't punch bitches though, my nigga. That's against the rules. I mean, I think I said I punch bitches. Damn. But that's against the rules. I don't punch bitches, but I do put bitches in submissions, and I do slam their ass because. You can do that. You gotta let these hoes know, man. You gotta show them who boss. You gotta show them that you in control, my nigga. But yeah, man. I ain't want this story to be really, really long. This was a quick ass story, my nigga. And yeah, it's only 8 minutes. So hopefully y'all murder that like button. You feel me? Hopefully we hit 100K by the day. Today is fucking Sunday. Yeah, Sunday. So I'm recording this kind of early. Yeah. I'm out.
Shit. Flex. Nigga, I'm just flexing.
Hey, that nigga looked like his shit was longer, but his girl got mad and cut him off while he was sleeping.
That nigga got the
Nigga had a bad lawnmower accident.
You look like you about to get your shit flatlined, nigga. What the hell going on with you? Had to come show some love to Mash and Tuck it up top.
So shit gon' pop off, he ain't gonna do shit for charges for. Hold up, I need some juice when I call him. Oh, that's the security certificate too. Oh shit, DC, I gotta ask you something. I just asked you. Yeah, before you ask me, I gotta point out something. Be careful with it. There's some killers in this bitch. You don't see the nigga with the jersey with all the teams on it. Then the hat don't even match the jersey. He'll shoot this bitch up. Shoot this bitch up.
Need to send money internationally? Download the Western Union app. Available 24/7. The Western Union app helps you send money anytime around the world. Download the app and find out more at Western.
The first thing Cam does is looks at
Yo, Pierre, you wanna come out here?
So I made a video a couple months ago about why I don't trust fast food places. If you're new, you may or may not have seen it. It's a story about back when I used to work 9 to 5. I had this one troublemaker coworker. We're gonna name him Cam. And I told y'all I would make a video down the line about the crazy things I witnessed Cam do. So here we are. Before we get to business, a little backstory. You see, some would call Cam a delinquent. Was it because he's black? Which I can somewhat agree with, because Cam did give off unusually large amounts of black Air Force energy. If you know, you know. But let's look at it from a different perspective. Back then, he and I worked together from the time I was 17 up until I was 18, so I had a full year and some months to witness this delinquent, as some would call him, in action. However, me looking back on it now, from my perspective, now, I look at his past self and just see him as a dumb kid that made dumb decisions for his own selfish desires. Now, he wasn't the only one making bad decisions, because I became friends with this chick. You hypocritical piece of shit. Yup, I made the dumbest decision to continue associating myself with this idiot. But wait, don't worry. We not friends no more, because I cut him off some years ago after what I'm about to tell you in this story. But listen, we became friends on accident. I didn't mean to make friends with Dirty Dan. It just happened. It was one day, we were both bored on a 30-minute break. We struck up a conversation that was extremely awkward, but it quickly turned into us both talking trash and roasting almost every worker in the store, and even towards each other, which led to us laughing our way into friendship, or what I thought was friendship. Our friendship wasn't like Craig and Smokey type. Like, it was more of a SpongeBob and Patrick type of friendship, because wherever Cam went, 9 times out of 10, I went to for the experience. If it was remotely exciting, keyword 9 times out of 10. Like, y'all ever been in a friend group that you low-key don't get along with, but there's certain friends in that group whose presence just turns you into a social butterfly? Like, their presence and energy alone makes the chat much more live. Work was pretty boring without Cam when we were homies, or so I thought we were homies. The thing I hated the most about Cam was that he wanted to be a gangbanger so bad, and I didn't want him to go down that road, but turns out Cam was the most persistent person I've ever seen in my life. And you know what's worse than a gangbanger? Wannabe gangbangers, which I thought he was, but apparently
wasn't. In my opinion, one of these are more dangerous because they'll do anything at any cost to show that they really got it. And let me make this click.
My psoriatic arthritis pain, I had enough. It's not getting in my way. Joint pain, swelling, tenderness, much better.
My psoriasis, clearer. Cosentix works on all of this.
4 years and counting. So watch out. I got this.
Watch me.
Real people with active psoriatic arthritis are feeling real relief with Cosentix. Cosentix is a different.
There is nothing cool about gangbanging. You hear me? Nothing. It'll bring you nothing but pain, death, or some jail time. And some people aren't even born into it, so it's harder for them to walk away from that life. I'm going to tell y'all about 30% of the crazy things I witnessed him do, and at the end, I'm going to tell you what he did to make me cut him off. So to start off, keep in mind, Cam wanted to be the greatest hood nigga to ever touch American soil, and at all times to try his best to show he was about that life. And through this phase, I actually learned a couple things from Cam. One of them being the fact that I didn't know that Pyrus had like a language. Like, it was mind-blowing. Like, you had to replace the first letter of almost every word with B. Because I remember this one time I walked up to Cam and I was like, hey, yo, Cam, the cashiers made some chocolate chip cookies. Say what, man? I said some chocolate chip cookies. You mean some chocolate dip cookies, black? No, I said some chocolate. You mean some chocolate dip cookies, black? Stop playing, black. I'm so glad they didn't let this man work up front at the drive-thru because we probably would have lost business. Can I get a chicken salad with a large Coke? I said a chicken salad with a large Coke. I heard a biggie salad with a large Coke. Anybody remember that guy, John Gabbana? You know, the guy that had the persona called Coke some years ago? He had started this trend where he would go in the stores, jump over a counter, take something, and run away. You know what?
I'm getting paid till next Friday. Like you. I need cash out. $100 to my next paycheck. Yeah.
But thought somebody with a book job I worked at, especially on my shift. What they did, it was like a Saturday, business was low, and some dude walked into the store, jumped over the counter, all my coworkers looking at him like, who's that guy? Like, if y'all don't go get the manager, dude walks into the kitchen, makes himself a sandwich, and Cam comes around the corner like, hey, bro, put me a little snap. And the guy agreed. Like, they both flexing on Snapchat during a book. Talk about self-snitching. Wait, so you sat there, watched them, let them do all of that, and didn't try to stop him or go get the manager yourself? You're no better than Cam. You're hypocritical. I remember another time me and Cam went to this coworker's party that he threw at his house, and yeah, for all my MFG members that have been here for a minute, y'all remember this girl? And all of the Mellow Mafia that's been here for a while remember this girl. Lindsay Gobbler. She's a girl from my past and a story that I told a while back, and yeah, and was there at the party, giving head.
Control. Game base selected. Queen of Bandoliers. A bombstick. Player profile. So now player. Game. NBA 2K20.
Wait a minute. You wanted to get head from a bot in another man's house, and they're okay with it? shot into the air, one of Cam's biggest inspirations was NBA Youngboy. Cam had that NBA Youngboy starter pack. He would stand like him. He would rap his songs out loud during and after work constantly and just replicated all Youngboy's mannerisms. And, like I made clear before this man was Dirty Dan, and you can't have a Dirty Dan without a pinhead lyric. I think y'all know where this is going. I didn't idolize Youngboy like Cam did, but when I heard 38 Baby for the first time, it got me hooked on his music. And honestly, I like his music, even to this day. And the sad thing about it is I used to listen to his music so much that I started to rap his songs out loud during and after work constantly, stand like him, and somewhat replicate all of his mannerisms, and even picked up his Louisiana accent. However, I'm gonna make this very clear. J. Cole will always forever be my #1 favorite rapper of all time. Pat yourself on the back, man. Cole, you got me through a lot of hard times. Wait. However, again, off the topic, but I'm gonna just throw into the air that I'm one of those people that just loves good music. And I don't care which genre. My folks with rap music, K-music, rock, R&B, Japanese, funny music, anime music, some country, gospel, you name it. I got it all. Oh, brother, he's one of those. Nah, buddy, you just lame. What kind of person just listens to one or two genres only? Like, expand your horizon. The world's bigger than just rap and R&B. Now, this is the reason why I stopped rocking with Cam, and it's the sole reason why I don't trust the soul to this day. And what I'm about to tell y'all is 100% true, just like my other stories. Hand on the Bible, this happened. One day, I'm at work in the waiting area in the back of the kitchen, chilling. Low that day. Cam's in the same area, chilling too. Another co-worker of ours walks in. We're gonna call him something different instead of his real name. Like, we're gonna call him KJ. KJ walks in with a bag, and he tells us to come to the bathroom because he's got something to show us. And it's obvious that if somebody tells you to come to some place with no cameras at work to show you something, it's never good. And keep in mind, KJ was a real gangbanger, not just any gangbanger. He was one of those people that knew how to control his emotions and always moved in silence. We all get to the bathroom. KJ puts his bag on the counter, turns around, and he's like, "Hey, yo, check this out." KJ pulls out a golden pistol and a black pistol. Now, mind you, this is my first time ever seeing a real gun.
Online, what, B2, what on stick. Player now playing.
Cam looks at the golden pistol, looks at KJ, and he's like, "Hey, yo,
NBA 2K20.
can I hold it real quick?" KJ also makes the dumbest decision to give Cam the gun and looks away to go mess with his other guns. And as soon as KJ looks away, the first thing Cam does is looks at me. And points the gun to my head. I ain't never been so hostile towards somebody in my life, because in a matter of milliseconds, I'm literally thinking of millions of ways to move the gun out the way as fast as possible, hold this nigga, and put him 35 feet under. Because at that moment, I realized that is not my homie. He sat there with this little evil grin on his face, and I didn't know if he was going to pull the trigger or not, but all I know is that I'm in a tight situation where I don't know what's going to happen, so the only thing on my mind is kill or be killed. And as soon as I was about to fade this nigga, I hear KJ, whoa, hey, whoa. Slow down, little bro. KJ slowly moves the gun away from Cam, takes it from him, puts the gun back in his bag, he leaves, and Cam leaves behind him, and I stay in the bathroom. Look myself in the mirror, and the only thing that was on my mind, I gotta fade this nigga. What's poppin' on Mafia? Y'all know how we do on this channel. We keep it real and authentic. So if you like the video or even enjoyed it remotely, hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, and leave all your thoughts in the comment section as usual. I need y'all to do me a favor. So I did collab with my boy Lex. He's been working on the video for a long time and decided to put it out on the same day that this video came out. His channel's gonna be at the end of this video, and it's gonna be a link in the description to the channel and to his collab. So, if you could do me a favor, please check our collab out. With that being said, I'll see y'all next week. Gotta keep a
I was managing my moderate to severe ulcerative colitis, but I realized something was missing. Me. The thought of my symptoms returning was keeping me from being there for the people and things I love most. So I talked to my doctor and learned Humira can help get and keep UC under control when other medications haven't worked well enough. And it helps people achieve control that lasts, so you can experience a cure for those symptoms.
Humira can lower your ability to fight infections, including tuberculosis. Serious symptoms, fatal infections, and cancers, including lymphoma, have happened.
I upload daily NBA content on this channel, so if that is something that you are interested in, then subscribe. Also, drop a like on this video. It only takes 1 second, and it makes a massive difference. Also, real quick, there's a new episode of the podcast that should be out today. Me and Mojo had his girlfriend in the podcast. This was shot back when we were in Atlanta like 2 months ago, so I look very different. But regardless of that, it's a fun podcast. Go watch that podcast. So today, I wanted to talk about a kind of broad topic that was kind of briefly touched on in a Beatles' most recent video. This was not stolen, that's just kind of how it worked out. I was planning on doing this like a week ago, but I wanted to talk about some young players, and not all the time young players, but players that get blamed for bad situations throughout their careers. Beatles took more of an approach to legacy, long-term. I'm just talking about right now in terms of how we talk about current-day NBA players and where we rank them as a result of poor circumstances. So there's a good handful of guys who get far too much shit because of the circumstances they are in, especially young players, which I really do not understand. Like Devin Booker and Zach LaVine are at least not that young anymore. Karl Anthony Towns is not that young anymore. Trae Young gets criticized because his team isn't winning much, which I think is just absurd. Now, I do think some people need to pump the brakes in terms of ranking him higher than other players, but I've seen people say that Ja Morant is better than Trae Young just because Ja has led his team to nearly the playoffs, which, yes, I'm taking direct shots at my editor. Do not edit me to be blue again, you motherfucker. And, like, I find things like that quite ridiculous. Like, we're overvaluing winning early on in the careers of these young players. If you replace Trae Young with Ja Morant and that Memphis team, which had a lot of veterans and good players like Jaren Jackson Jr. for a good chunk of the season, then I am confident saying that they would have been just as successful, if not more successful. In fact, they would be more successful. I'm not even going to say if not. They definitely would. But let's talk about really the three main guys, and really one of them doesn't get as much flack for this, but I really want to put a focus in this video on Zach LaVine, Devin Booker, and Karl Anthony Towns. So Devin Booker is the guy who's kind of the exception to this rule, because I find it odd how he's just kind of the guy that always gets away with his team not being that great. And don't get me wrong, he doesn't deserve crap for what his team does and how his team performs, because very often, without him, his team would have 5 wins instead of like 30. And he obviously showed an incredible leadership and talent in the bubble this year when he led the Phoenix Suns on an 8-0 run. However, I don't understand why he gets this pass while guys like Karl Anthony Towns do not. When I would argue that throughout their careers, Devin Booker has had more help than Karl Anthony Towns has, and yet I consistently see people ranking Devin Booker higher than Cat, which I find quite absurd, because Cat, I believe, is a stupid star. Cat, I believe, is a superstar level player who is not quite at that level yet, just because he hasn't proved it. But like, I think given the opportunity to prove it, he will prove to be a superstar level player.
With my hepatitis C, I felt I couldn't be at my best for my family. And only 8 weeks with Maverick, I was cured.
I face reminders of my Hep C every day.
I worried about my Hep C.
But in only 8 weeks with Maverick, I was cured. Maverick is the only 8-week cure for all types of Hep C. Before starting Maverick, your doctor will test if you've had hepatitis B, which may flare up and cause serious liver problems during and after treatment. Tell your doctor if you've had hepatitis B, a liver or kidney transplant, other liver problems, HIV-1, or other medical conditions, and all medicines you take. Don't take Maverick with Anazenavir or rifampin, or if you've had certain liver problems. If you've had or have serious liver problems other than Hep C, there's a rare chance they may worsen. Signs of serious liver problems may include yellowing of the skin, abdominal pain or swelling, confusion, and unexplained bleeding or bruising. Tell your doctor if you develop symptoms of liver disease. Common side effects include headache and tiredness. with Hep C behind me, I feel free.
Fearless, because I am cured.
If you can't afford your medicine, AbbVie may be able to help.
DC driving, I see.
Something like that?
Well, here's something else. With your Farmer's Policy Perk new car replacement, you can get a new one.
That's something else.
Get a whole lot of something with Farmer's Policy Perks.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Devin Booker, not quite the same. And please bear in mind, as everyone always freaks out when I say this, my definition of a superstar is very strict. And a center who can shoot 9 threes a game on 40% or 40+%, many of them being step back and contested, while also being able to generate like 28 points per game on over 60% true shooting, that guy I take over Devin Booker, no question. On top of the fact that he's a very good rebounder, a very good passer for a center, and alright-ish defensively, not as big of a liability as he used to be. And I should say, that is a common denominator between all of these guys that I've mentioned, including Trae Young. Zach is a poor defender, Devin Booker is a poor defender, Karl Anthony Towns is a poor defender, and Trae Young is the worst defensive player in the league. And I think there's this common trend where I find it annoying because I can't really decide where NBA fans stand on defense, because from a lot of angles it seems like people do not properly appreciate defense. Like that DeMarcus Cousins versus Joel Embiid conversation. I find that conversation ludicrous because, well, Joel Embiid is probably not quite as good as DeMarcus Cousins on offense. There's no doubt in my mind that he wins that overall conversation because of his defense. When you bring this over to guys like those guys I mentioned, Zach, Booker, Cat, and Trae, I feel like people overvalue defense and are not properly appreciating how impactful their offense is. While obviously bad defense is no bueno, it's certainly not the end of the world. And if you can average an efficient 25+ points per game, then you're a valuable...
Damn, I almost got the fucking jackpot. I almost got the fucking jackpot, bro. What the fuck?
was not on that team, and it was just replaced by an okay
Damn, bro, I almost got the fucking jackpot.
and an okay offensive player at point guard to kind of even it out. Are you telling me that they're going to be a better team just because that's different than defense? No, because offensively, Trae Young carries that team so significantly that it's the only reason they don't have 0 wins.
Bro, I'll play with everybody. I don't know what Premium Green Cook talking about, bro. I don't care about fucking. I don't care about repping what percentage, bro. This game old as hell, bro. I don't care about no fucking what percentage and fucking rep.
The case with Zach in Chicago for the past couple of years. I've seen so many people make the argument, well, Zach LaVine fault. It's the Chicago Bulls' fault. And that's kind of the crux of everything here. To where a lot of them are forced to do too much, and that leads to them averaging a lot of points. And people accuse that of being empty stats, but really it's just an empty fucking team. So somebody has to give it to your best player. That's the whole empty stats argument, which I've already gone into before. But in the cases of a lot of these young players, I feel like so many people make that empty stats argument, and all these players I've mentioned, I'm not going to
You care about this game old as hell,
man. Their teams would be far
Wait,
worse
2K21 next year now.
And I'm not just talking about in the long term. I'm talking about right now. Trae Young, removed from the Atlanta Hawks, I don't even remember what their record was. I think they had 20-something wins. They would have, I'm not even kidding, they'd have like 5 or 6. So that's how bad the Atlanta Hawks core around Trae Young actually is. And they have potential in the long term, but as of right now, that's what's happening. Zach LaVine of the Chicago Bulls. Well, that core is not as horrible. With last year's coaching fiasco, with the worst coach in maybe league history, a lot of injuries on top of that, of course, the Chicago Bulls were not going to win 45 games under those circumstances. I didn't expect Jim Boylen to be the worst coach that I have ever seen in any sport on any level ever. That's the factor there. And then with Devin Booker, the help around him has never been either consistent or just not good enough. This year was the opportunity for it to be really consistent and good enough, but then DeAndre Ayton was suspended for 25 games, and it led to Aaron Baines having a pretty damn good season and the best of his career by far. However, it shouldn't be relied upon Aaron Baines to fill the void that DeAndre Ayton left behind. Even in the case of the Atlanta Hawks, John Collins missed 25 games from suspension as well, so that doesn't help either. So my main point is, these
people everywhere living with type 2 diabetes are waking up to what's possible with Rybelsus. Rybelsus works differently.
Teams are just bad, and these players are not bad. And I feel like very often players like a John Morant get ranked over players like a Trae Young just because of circumstances that are outside of either player's control. And this is not an attack on John Morant by any means. The guy is a phenomenal player, but he's not better than Trae Young. And the fact that winning is being factored this significantly this early into both of these players' careers, I think is absurd, especially considering the difference in circumstances. So the main point that I am trying to make here is stop evaluating so significantly by winning when that factor is out of their control. Let's talk about Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal is very clearly a very talented NBA player. But in Washington, the team is not good at defense in the slightest. There is a okay defensive player on that team in Thomas Bryant and then also Ish Smith. Those are the only two decent defensive players on the entire roster. And because of that, they suck at defense. They were 30th in defense this year. And offensively, they were great because of guys like Beal, Davis Bertans, and Thomas Bryant, and Rui Hachimura. But the overall team was bad. And Bradley Beal does not get flack from this because in the past he was a part of a winning team as a second option, so no one really blames Beal for this. However, if you cut out that context previous to Beal doing that, I guarantee people would be saying that his 30 points per game were empty and that he wasn't actually that good because look at how successful his team is. It's the same dumb argument if you remove that context, and by every means that context is important. But what I'm trying to say here is that it's not fair to evaluate these talents based on their circumstances. Just like it's unfair to evaluate Beal based on this year alone, it would be unfair to base your entire opinion around Karl Anthony Towns based on the incompetence of the Minnesota Timberwolves for the past couple of years. If you can see that with Bradley Beal, I don't know if you can see that with the Timberwolves, with the Suns, with all those other guys. So stop blaming young players for bad circumstances. Empty stats is generally a dumb concept, and even if a player is putting up more stats than they should be on a bad team, it's not their fault. And most people, I don't think, are hyping up Trae Young just because he averages 28 and 9. If he averaged 23 and 7, he would still be as good as I think he is. And while I am using Zach LaVine a lot as an example in this video, because I'm obviously a Chicago Bulls and Zach LaVine fan, both Trae Young and Karl Anthony Towns are also up there in my favorite players in the league. So it's not just a Zach LaVine thing. But my point is, guys get undue criticism, but I think I've made that very clear by now.
Right, the sex great. No, I don't give her no half pipe. Housekeepers knocking, we don't let.
I got y'all with the story time. Dang, I know it's been a minute, but I nigga don't want to give y'all all the stories. I want these to marinate. Let everybody check out the video, and then I'll bring another story time. And make sure y'all stay tuned into the gameplay, because I was going against my nigga AI, and he was doing his thing, and I was doing my thing, and I was rocking the shit out of him. But shout out to him, he cool people. And he jumped over Wilson. I'm gonna go ahead and just do it. My fault, Wilson, but he jumped over your ass. He goddamn grabbed your snapback, put a nutsack on your upper lip, and he just embarrassed you. But it is what it is. It happens at the park, but things happen. But let's get into this story. So y'all been wanting me to tell my first fight, but but this ain't my first official fight, but it's my first fight in middle school. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all this story right here. So you watched my last video, or not my last video, my last story time video when I was telling you how short I was in middle school. I was like 4'9" at the minimum, 5'2" or 5'1" at the max. So I was really small, man. But I would always talk a lot of stuff. I always try to joke on the nigga or bake with nigga, you feel me, or roast him. Like you know, you get the point. I would always be that little nigga who always trying to joke around, you feel me? And I had a group of niggas that I would always hang with, that we'd be cool, you know. If I get around them, once you get around your homies, you just feel comfortable that if you get to fighting or anything that pop off, they gonna jump in. So yeah, that's just how it be sometimes. So we gonna get into this story. So it's around 4th period or whatever. I think it was 4th period. I had math, and boy, I love going to math. Boy, all my niggas was in 4th. All my friends. I'm talking about not all my friends, but my main people. It was 3 of us. I think I can give out their names. It was my friend named Terrence, and then my friend named Antoine. I'm pretty sure some of y'all know who Antoine is. His name Twin him up. And we used to be on Xbox 360 together, but this nigga won't buy the PS4, but that's none of my business. So We had this class, and I forgot what our teacher's name was, but she was so fucking bad as you see me jumping over Wesley Snipes. She was so fucking bad, my nigga, like, the things I wanted to do to her, like, how are these kids today having sex with their teachers? Like, bro, why you didn't put me on game a couple years ago? Like, bro, I need some pointers on how to goddamn get with these teachers. I guess because when young nigga was and I had a big ass head. I guess she wasn't rocking with it, but we was all cool with her, and she was cool with us. Like, even though she'd be mean sometimes, but it is what it is. So we get into 4,000, and she was so fucking bad. But I gotta get it back into this. Until she had a baby. She had a baby. Everything went south, my nigga. She started getting fat. Cheeks started getting chubby. She started getting on her period. Goddamn 4 times a day. That shit pissed me off. So but at this moment, I don't think she had a baby. She was still cool teacher. So it's math class, and we were learning about multiplication, 12 times 12 equals 144 type shit, shit like that. But it was kind of simple. It was only 7th grade. Even though that shit was kind of simple, but like kids today doing shit we used to do in high school and shit. That shit crazy. I know y'all shit homework is dumb hard. But we in fourth period, so we end up doing our class that you like my ass winded up on. And we end up doing our work, man. We doing some of our work, and then sometimes we just like spend 30 minutes of doing our work, and then the rest of our period. Oh damn. But at this day, we had to get in a group. So you already know, man. If you got your squad in the class, you gonna get with them. So like I with my squad, but we had to get 4 people. It was only 3 people in my squad. So we got the one.
Oh my God, niggas zigzagging the whole shot clock. You know, like smooth on the go.
We talk in high school and stuff. We really don't talk much. Like, my friends bring it up sometimes and shit, but it is what it is. So we been talking and stuff, and then we doing our work, and then out of nowhere, we just get the roasting on niggas. I'm talking about blaming niggas. Niggas used to get blamed up, and he really wasn't talking. He really wasn't roasting. He was sitting there laughing, like just being calm. And you know me, I'm the roaster. Like, I had some of the funniest jokes. Like, I don't know where these jokes came from, but I guess I was born with it. So we just get to roasting. And then out of nowhere, I'm like, man, you know what? I'm gonna roast this nigga right here. I don't know what told me to roast this nigga. Hey, it was just his time. Your time has come on some 2K shit. So I like, we just get to roasting. And I'm like, bro, I guess because he laughed. You know when you get roasted and somebody laugh at the joke they told about you? This nigga laughed. I'm like, bro, yo, mom, I said the corniest joke, bro. It's crazy. Bro, yo, mama play with dogs, nigga. He's like, what, nigga? I seen the devil in this nigga. Oh, shit. That's cold red, nigga. That's cold red. That was a bad move. I guess it's mama was all flick.
Nario.
Oh shit, well alright B. Well alright B. I'm thinking I'm sitting it in my head. So after that class is over with,
Nario's.
I go to my locker. And this is to go to his locker. Oh shit.
I just made it though, so don't go try out on me.
I'm kidding, they don't flex on. So I go to my class. I go to my locker with a grin on my face, like, yeah, I ain't gotta fight a nigga, I ain't gotta beat a nigga ass. Like I'm cocky and shit, so I put my
Green?
in my locker.
I should have been there, no cap. Go under the paint, I can't shoot. Oh god, I can't. Go under the paint.
Just straight mush, like he just bumped me with his shoulder so fucking hard, I damn near dropped. Like I damn near goddamn truck.
What the fuck, bro?
I said Marshawn.
I know I should never go on this joke.
I had on some goddamn, I think I had on some Vans.
I didn't even mean to shoot.
So like, damn, yeah, with all that shit.
Bro, this game is trash as hell. Full white.
Oh God.
That my 5 foot, you look like you about 7'3", my
Oh.
nigga. I'm talking about
Oh.
oh my God, I got fighter. They got kind of want to cry.
I'm gonna read on it.
Bitch, cause there's 8 gators around there. It was some bad.
I'm gonna read on it.
And I used to talk to some of them, so I couldn't go. Like, bro, so I gather myself, get my composure. You know, I get in my fighting stance. Like, what's up? So I swing at him a couple times. I missed like 2 times. I hit him in the stomach and I kind of hit him in the jaw. I'm swinging at him, he's swinging at me.
Oh my.
Nigga pick me up by my shirt, bucking up my uniform shirt. My collar.
Yeah, I'm done.
He picked me up straight, slides me across the lockers on some movie type shit. Like, I'm talking about this nigga was strong as hell and tall. Like, oh my God, like, how I'm gonna get my Mayweather on if you picking me up, bro? This not fair. You too big for this. Nigga, I'm talking about sliding me across the lockers. Like, I'm looking. I mean, I kept my composure because he crying. I'm smiling like I'm just whipping his ass. He slide me and shit. He pick me up again. Slide me again. Then I was like, man, what the fuck? I can't pick him up. I'm too skinny to pick him up. I can't, and like, I could pick him up, but he can fucking probably Batista bar my ass. I can't do that. So I just keep swinging. I'm hitting him a couple times, but it's like, my shit ain't working. Like what? Can I power up? Can I hit Super Saiyan or something? Like this shit ain't working, bro. My God, I can use you now. So finally, a teacher named Mr. White come and stop the fight. I'm like, oh my God, thank you, Jesus. The fight only lasted about 45 seconds. Cause like that teacher used to always stand outside his classroom. So he stopped the fight. I'm like, thank you, Jesus. Thank you. So he finally stopped the fight. I'm talking about I'm talking all type of tears. I'm talking tears running down his face, all that type shit. I'm smiling. You know, you gotta keep your composure. Like you just whooped the nigga ass. I'm smiling like, yeah, nigga, yeah. His ass or whatever. My friends looking, they laughing and shit. I'm like, yeah, man, you already know, man. I ain't worried about this nigga. And then finally, we get put into separate classrooms. So we went fight again. And I wasn't trying to fight again. Like, I don't want no more of them problems. I ain't trying to get my ass. Motherfucker have a locker print on my damn uniform shirt, you know, messing up my swag or whatever. So then finally Dr. Hardy, and that was our principal, he was one of the strictest ass principals ever. You do not want that principal. I don't know if he still be a principal or whatever, or he be a teacher or whatever, but you do not want Dr. Hardy. You hear Dr. Hardy, you go home him. So he was hard on the nigga. So he's like, he walked in the class, he's like, come on. Nigga didn't ask what happened, he said, come on. What the fuck, nigga, you ain't my daddy. But I came because, like, nigga was kind of scared of him because he wish he would expel you so fucking fast, or he hit you with a 10-day suspension. You do not want that, or you getting that ass whooping when you get home. So we go to the office, and then it's just me and him in there. So we get ready to tell our story like that. Before he tell the story, he on the computer doing some type of shit. So I'm like, I whispered to the nigga I just got to an altercation with, like, bro. Good, bro. I'm hoping this nigga don't say nothing because I ain't trying to get no 10-day suspension. Like, so he like, yeah, good. Like, with a little grin. I shake his hand. Please don't snitch. So I don't want this 10-day suspension. I'm not trying to get my ass whooped. So finally, the principal, like, what happened? Like, man, my mama played. He said, my mama played with dogs, so we got to fight. I went up to him. And I'm playing with my mama. I'm like, bro, you just showed out, my nigga. Like, my voice got to get high. I didn't say that, but I said it in my head. My bro, you just showed out and snitch. So he make a call.
Good. What about you?
His mama that I told him that he played with dogs or whatever. His mama like, what? Why you tell him? You don't know what I do. Then he try to make me call. He try to make me call. I called my motherfucking cell phone, boy. You got me fucked up. I'm like, nigga went to bed. I'm like, bro, they not answering. I gave him like, you want to leave voicemail? Yeah, he made me leave voicemail.
Bro, what the fuck? This nigga run to the same corner and sneak get a green every time,
I ended up
bro.
getting suspended for 2 days, and that was my first fight right there, man. If y'all enjoyed this story time, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe if you ain't subscribed already. I will catch y'all later, man. 500 likes, I will probably give y'all another little story time pretty soon. So make sure y'all stay tuned, man. Peace. Hey, man, what's up? It's really good, man. We got the game, so story time. I know yeah, man, y'all been murdering like what you like motherfucking 5K away from 100K. Man, I got something special planned out for y'all for my 100K. It probably won't be like as soon as I hit 100K, probably like maybe 102K. I don't know. It's gonna come out like later, like close to late this month or maybe next month. It's gonna be nice for y'all though. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. But yeah, we're gonna get into the story time. Y'all been really murdering the like button. We're gonna get like damn near close to 5K and stuff. So let's see how many likes we can get on this story time, man. We get a lot of we get like 7K. My phone going out. We get like 7K likes or some shit like, bro. We get 7K likes. I will tell 2 stories next week. And that's a promise, my nigga. But yeah, let's get into this story about the time I got catfish, bro. This I was not really feeling this, bro.
What's good, Gabriel?
So this is like, I was out of high school. Yeah, I was out of high school. I was like probably my first year out of high school. And I was driving my mom's car. You know, mom used to have that Blazer, that track. I don't know if it was a Blazer. I know it was a Chevy, but it was like kind of. It was a 2-seater. It was kind of cool. I don't know. I could put a picture of. I don't really know.
He ran a contestant or something.
But yeah, it was a red truck. Like they used to think I was like that truck was like used to get pulled over because like cops and shit be selling drugs. So that's how it looks. So I had my mom.
What's good, y'all? Whoever knew, like and sub up. Whoever knew. Well, you ain't knew. Like up then for real. But whoever knew, like and sub up.
I used to talk to a lot of girls. I'm talking like girl here, girl there. I used to talk like 5 girls at the same time, telling the same thing. But I would never go out with them because I really wasn't like the relationship type of guy. I just needed somebody to talk to it. Cause you know I didn't bored. So I had to have a whole world of females. Like you scroll down my iPhone, you see boom, 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 boom. Like a fucking collage full of bitches.
I did shoot 3. I shot 4 threes, bro. You saw them green.
I mean, I don't really
you saw them green, bro. I shot like 4 threes then, bro. Back to back.
Man, I take like niggas like somebody like close and I like get online, like fucking hop on the PS4, hop in this party. Like I take shit like that. I don't have like full-blown conversations with niggas. The only time I have a full-blown conversation is like we're talking about like some money or something like that. Like something important. I don't really have no fucking like full-blown conversation unless we're like an Xbox party or a PS4 party. But yeah, man, it's like nothing but girls in my phone. And I used to see all these girls in real life. I used to just talk to them all, like see what they really about or what they was on or whatever. You know, because you never know, you may find that one girl you never know that you might actually want to settle down with and be with for maybe a short period of time or a long period of time. You never know, man. You gotta branch out. You gotta branch out. You gotta switch different teams like LeBron James and shit. You gotta, you know. But yeah, man, I met this one girl. Man, she looked so good on Facebook. I'm talking about like she was bad, man. She had like a beautiful ass mouth, Mexican. She had nice hair. She had some big ass boy. She had like she wasn't like she had a perfect body, but her body like fit her. Like she was like fit. Like she looked so good in her pictures. And like the way her pictures was on they looked so professional, like motherfucking like she was on America's Top Model for big business and some shit like that. Like they take her pictures, like her picture was so perfect, and then she had a couple tattoos on her, man. I swear, man. I thought I was falling in love, but I never really thought I would get this girl because like I tried to talk to her while I was in high school. And I never seen her around school, but she always went to my same school. But I never seen her around, but I used to talk to her on Facebook. I used to try to get at her, but like not too many girls. I mean, she didn't really pay attention to me because I was in 12th grade and she was at 12th grade. But then, you know how that goes, man. They don't really pay attention to guys that's like hella young like that. Like, I mean, I had juice, you feel me? I had game, but like some girls really don't go for younger dudes like that. They're like older. So I said after 2 years, I hit her up again, and I'm trying to see what she on. And she see a young nigga that changed. I done got my swag up. I was sexy as hell. You know, she see me. I'm out here, you know, looking lavish and she got hella Jordans. No, I don't really know, but I did tell her, like, I got sexy as hell, like, 10th grade to 11th grade, from 12th to now, I'm just one beastly ass, sexy ass. I want to say, you gotta have hella confidence like that, man. And then, like, from like 12th grade and up, I just, like, my confidence level, like, boost. Like, I just gotta rise now. I just put some goddamn, I just turned my sliders up and shit, like, on some 2K shit. Like, I didn't really stop giving them. I started fucking slapping bitches and shit. Now, I just started, like, treating hoes and shit. But now, she see that, like, I ain't, like, the same person that I was 2 years ago. Now she's trying to give me a chance and stuff. So we talking, like, over time. So we talked for like 2 weeks. Maybe 2 weeks then, I finally got her number. Like, we used to talk over Facebook. I mean, she wasn't the only girl I was talking to. You never know. You can't be like focused on one girl. I was like focused on fucking plenty of girls. I just want to see if I can get her and see like.
Yeah, it's a Chia fucking shirt. Chia clan shirt. We got the fucking Chia like in the back and fucking Akatsuki in the fucking front.
We're back again with
I'm in the fucking Akatsuki, man.
Story time.
Yeah, I'm in the Akatsuki for real, for real. How the fuck you pronounce that shit? I ain't watched Naruto in so long.
But yeah, for people that
Akatsuki.
Where's your mugshot? I didn't get to see his mugshot. Where do you find it at? It's right here, right there. There you go. Nigga look high as hell. Like, a bucket of KFC chicken. But
y'all fuck with Itachi? I wish they would let Shizui live for real, bro. That nigga would have been, boy. He would have been pressure as hell, bro. That Shizui dude, boy. That nigga was something different. Y'all fuck with Itachi though. That's crazy, bro. You know, half them fights he was fighting, bro, he had like cancer or some shit. He had like a disease or some shit and he was dying the whole time. That's crazy, bro. He still putting up with fights with niggas. He was so, bro, he fucking ended, man, imagine if Itachi was fucking full strength, bro, at the end of the shit. Bro, they could have ended the fucking Shippuden when fucking what a nigga name was, the 3 Paths of Pain fucking arc, bro. They could have ended the shit there, bro. They might as well. They should have ended that shit there for real, for real. They should end the fucking. They should have ended the whole fucking anime there, bro. That fucking Obito fucking the 4th Ninja War shit was stupid as fuck, bro. That's crazy, bro. These hop steps, they give these niggas like 20 extra steps when you bump them, bro. Like, look at this shit, bro. They just give this nigga 20 extra steps, bro. I'm gonna meet this nigga halfway. Satima got cancer? That's one punch, ain't it? Bro, this dude jumps every time. Damn. That dude really end all his fights easy as hell. Shit crazy. I like Vegeta better than Goku. Two.
There's young guys. We need more. And then there's still the veteran guys. There's a wide spectrum. Lynn's a lot of competitive football. When we hit this field, we do what we do. We dominate.
Great throw by Brady. A 4-touchdown day for number 12.
That's a record. It's 43.
Oh, yeah.
Well, this is going to be fun. The old guard versus the new guard, the two faces of the league. Max Kellerman, tell me this. Do you think Brady versus Mahomes would be the best Super Bowl matchup we could have?
No, I don't think it would be the best. I get it's changing of the guard. You know, the most famous against the best. But no one considers Brady and Mahomes' category right now. He's not in his league right now. No one, when you talk about the most talented quarterbacks, or forget about that, the best quarterbacks in football right now, Brady's name hasn't come up in a couple of years. Won last year. Even the year before we won the Super Bowl. Lowest scoring Super Bowl in history. Even then, Brady really wasn't coming up in those conversations. It's been a while, guys. Patrick Mahomes, best quarterback I've ever seen. Brady's more famous. He did it for long. But Patrick Mahomes, who do I want to see him play out of the NFC? I'd love to see him link up with Russell Wilson, who, in spite of his recent problems, was putting together early on maybe his best campaign, and over the last half dozen years has been, over that time, the best player in football. Maybe not in any one year, but over that whole time. He has an explosive offense and is tasked with winning shootouts every week, and maybe could draw the Chiefs into a shootout. Or how about a team in Brady's own division that's beat him twice and also has a very famous quarterback, which would be a bigger story because Brees would be coming back from injury in likely his last chance, and he's loaded maybe with his best overall team, maybe that he's ever played on. I'd love to see Drew Brees and the Saints go up against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Or how about Stephen A., the quarterback, that bad man who, let's face it, was the baddest man ever at his best until Mahomes came along. Let's see Aaron Rodgers and son of Aaron Rodgers, right? And Aaron Rodgers 2.0 link up in the Super Bowl. I think all those would be more interesting than the remains of Tom Brady, still pretty good, on a nice team that's lost to the Saints twice against Mahomes.
Max Kellerman, here's where you and I disagree. First of all, let me just, I hope your heart is okay. I hope you don't fall and catch a heart attack on national television. I'm not convinced that Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback I've ever seen. I still believe that to be Aaron Rodgers. Now,
Hey, think you're managing your moderate to severe ulcerative colitis or Crohn's disease?
Are you okay?
I did. But even when I was there, I never knew when my symptoms would keep us apart. So I talked to my doctor and learned Humira is for people who still have UC or Crohn's symptoms after trying other medications. And Humira helps people achieve remission that can last, so you can experience few or no symptoms.
Humira can lower your ability to fight infections. Serious and sometimes fatal infections, including tuberculosis and cancers, including lymphoma, have happened, as have blood, liver, and nervous system problems, serious allergic reactions, and new or worsening heart failure. Tell your doctor if you've been to areas where certain fungal infections are common, and if you've had TB, hepatitis B, are prone to infections, or have flu-like symptoms or sores. Don't start Humira if you have an infection.
Be there for you and them. Ask your gastroenterologist about Humira. With Humira, remission is possible.
Our most advanced was built in one of the most advanced golf ball facilities in the world. ChromeSoft is our fastest, highest quality, most consistent tour ball ever. ChromeSoft. This ball changes everything.
Patrick Mahomes might be better at this moment, but I believe that let me see him do it, and I believe he will, but let me see him do it over a long period of time. I believe that with my trial,
damn, niggas, 20-0.
the greatest quarterback I've ever seen in NFL history.
Let it go, shit. Nigga here spamming.
Throwing,
Game is fucking over. Nigga here race spamming this shit. Game is fucking over. Give it up.
I think that Aaron Rodgers is the best, most talented, most complete quarterback we have ever seen in the history of the National Football League. That's number one. Number two, though, let me tell you how you're different than me. You're speaking, Max Kellerman, as a commentator and a pundit, and I totally get that. I understand that because that's the seat we're sitting in. My eye, however, is, remember, I'm a journalist too. I was a journalist and I became a columnist for Philadelphia Inquirer for 17 years, all of this other stuff. So I'm thinking about the storyline. To get to the Super Bowl, imagine what Tom Brady would have to do. Right now, Max, you're right about Aaron Rodgers and Russell Wilson. But the operative word here is Super Bowl matchup. That means once you get through those things, what would the story be? Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, great story, great storyline. They go to the Super Bowl, boom. But what if Tom Brady got it? What if Tom Brady, Molly, shows up and outduels Aaron Rodgers, outduels Russell Wilson in those 2 to 3 weeks that an NFC playoff matchup takes place with Antonio Brown and Evans and Godwin and Gronk? Max, Molly, could you imagine the storyline if he plays lights out for 3 weeks in the postseason, and then you got to face Patrick Mahomes? Well, at 43, no storyline would beat that.
So good.
We look at Russell Wilson, we look at Aaron Rodgers and say, we like it, but those two together, under those conditions, that would be special.
No, I think there's a better storyline than that. Now, I think you left out the most important part. What is it? And by the way, first let me say, you can argue Aaron Rodgers is the best ever you've ever seen in his prime. I first want to say that. You can argue that. Those are the two. I would say if you wanted to improve Aaron Rodgers, you'd give him a little more Favre, but less the turnovers. A little gunslinger, a little bit more team leader type that they rally around. I think that's Mahomes. But okay. The better matchup, Stephen A., first of all, if Brady got there, a lot of it would be about the defense. That's really what would do it, just like it was with the Patriots when he got there against the Rams and beat the Rams.
But that's not what I said.
That would be a big story.
A migraine hope from Aimovig to show up for the sweet, the hectic, the tender, the tense, and the fiery. But for many, migraine keeps them from saying, I am here. We aim to change that with Aimovig, a preventive treatment for migraine in adults. One dose once a month is proven to reduce monthly migraine days, for some by half or more. Don't take Aimovig if you're allergic to it. Allergic reactions like rash or swelling can happen hours to days after use. Severe constipation can happen, sometimes with serious complications. High blood pressure can happen or worsen with Aimovig. Common side effects include injection site reactions and constipation. It doesn't matter what each day brings, so long as you can say, I am here. Aim to be there more. Talk to your doctor about Aimovig.
Performance. It can be flashy, or it can be calculated. But without power, you can't perform. Maximize your performance with the Helios 300. Predator, powered by Intel Core processors.
The number one story would be the most famous football player, the most famous football player in the world, Tom Brady, the face of the league, passing the torch or trying to defend the crown against the best football player in the world, the future face of the league. That's the storyline there. I got a better one for you. I brought it up before. The New Orleans Saints. Because Brady said he wants to keep playing, right? He wants to play till he's 45.
We don't know if Drew Brees is ever going to play again after this season. We weren't sure Drew Brees was going to play this season. They're in the same division, Brady. Good storyline. Brees beat him twice. The second time, worse than the first. So one of the most beloved and greatest quarterbacks ever, on maybe the best team he's ever played on, or the most balanced, gets his ribs crashed and crushed, and his lungs punctured, and comes back in the playoffs and faces
Distant second. Sorry, Max.
Listen, Max.
No.
Max,
You're
listen
wrong,
to what
Molly.
I said to you. Listen to what. Hold on, Max. Listen to what I said to you. I understand your point about the defense. I said follow my storyline. If Tom Brady plays lights out in those 2 to 3 playoff games leading into the Super Bowl, there is no storyline that would eclipse that Tom Brady going against Patrick Mahomes. Not Drew Brees, not Aaron Rodgers, not Russell Wilson. Now, the defense played lights out, but Tom Brady struggled. You're right. But I said follow my storyline. Tom Brady plays lights out
with someone else,
and then goes to the Super Bowl against Mahomes. There is no storyline that comes close to that.
Yeah.
None.
Stephen,
Max, let me just say one more thing to you, too. I understand the
weapons.
Drew Brees one. Let me get in here real quick, Max. It's a distant second, but what was the storyline all offseason? Who's going to win? Is it Belichick or is it Brady? If Brady comes in and dominates and wins the Super Bowl, that's a whole other storyline. We debate that often. What's the Patriots dynasty about?
See what you guys
so there's
are doing?
that whole other piece. And Brady's way more box office than Drew Brees. Sorry. He's a bigger name.
You see what you... Actually, the highest rated Super Bowl, as I recall, was the Drew Brees Super Bowl, right after Katrina.
Wasn't
that the highest rated Super Bowl? Like, Drew Brees is very, very popular.
That was Peyton Manning.
Okay, let me just say, all right, maybe. Drew Brees Super Bowl is very, very highly rated. Let me just say that what you guys are saying is if Brady does this, you mean if he was someone else? I know he has a lot of weapons, but Brady hasn't played lights out in consecutive playoff games in years. Like, he couldn't beat the Dolphins last week.
A few weeks ago.
GG.
You were complimentary about Brady and how he was playing. Complimentary about Brady and how he was playing.
He could have 1 or 2 nice games. Has he had 4 consecutive games this season where you're like, oh my God, that's Brady lights out? And he's got every weapon in the world.
What if he had 3 going into the Super Bowl against Mahomes?
Come here. I like pottery. Hey. Who might have you over there? For how? No, anyway.
GG's. I know.
What you eating?
Another dude right here. You want to put me on you? That's bad, let it know.
Alright.
What makes a business was definitely not when it starts. It's who starts it.
Really? Elbow?
Yo, what's the word? It's your boy 16. If you like the content on this channel, on the actual like, comment, subscribe. And don't forget to click that bell for post notifications. Also, I got a website at www.16shadowvisuals.com. But that's enough of me talking. Let's get to what y'all came to see. What's the word? Let people know we down 16 Shadow Visuals. So, first thing I'm gonna ask you, like, where you get your name from? So I got my name, shit, from a legend, shit. My daddy, shit, came up under him. Oh, they call him, Winter. Yeah, for sure. So speaking of your daddy, like, who was your daddy? Was he from, Limit too? Well, my daddy from the hard. He's from the heart of that. It's all in there, all at the same shit. For sure. So, like, they was calling the area something else back then when he was coming up. Yeah, they was calling it shit. I don't remember. Tailtown. All that shit. I don't know, because I was talking to a couple older people from the area, and they was saying something like, they was called it Tailtown, and yeah, they used to call it, they still do call it Tailtown. You'll catch some people, like, it's like different age brackets, like, some people know, like, if you're in the older age, they'll know about Tailtown, if you're in the younger age, they'll know about, it's no limit for here, but it's really Tailtown, same thing. So, like, what's your age bracket? What's my age bracket? 20, 22, 21, 20 now, 97. So, like, I seen when you came out of jail, you was dropping songs and shit. Like, was that song you was doing before you got out there? I had made, like, I think I was made, like, one song. I had made one song in the Make Money, but shit, we ain't never got to drop it, shit. I still got the song. People still tell me to put the song out to this day, but I feel like I proved that I was rapping then, you feel me? And today I'm rapping now, I think shit gonna get better. If I keep going, I'm gonna get better and better. So what got you into it after you got out of jail? Was it just like your situation,
They knocked his ass out. Nate Robinson got knocked smooth the fuck out. Boy, they making memes and stuff and everything. Hey Chris, you saw that Nate Robinson knockout? That Nate Robinson knockout? Ooh. Man, I was not expecting that.
The Western Union app helps you send money anytime around the world. Send money from your debit, credit card, or bank account straight to their bank account or cash pickup. Western Union has been helping people send and receive money for over 149 years. Get your money there the fast, easy, and reliable way. Download the app and find out more at westernunion.com.
It's good that everybody's on the same page, you feel me? They probably think like I think I'm like, man, don't think. So like how often you go in the studio now? How often I be in the studio? Probably try to make like 3 times a week, 4 times a week. So like it's safe to say you be taking it serious now and just fucking around. I'm taking it serious, but I take it serious. What you think it's gonna take for you to really like get into shit like full in? Like what it really gonna take? Progress. Whatever I profit off this, off that, then I'm gonna see like shit. All right, I can do this. Get now. You got a nice head start already. I got half a million. My shit gonna have a ticket. My shit gonna have a ticket. What that do? I know my shit gonna have a ticket. That's good though. My shit gonna have a ticket without really people who behind that got the rappers that got the shit that really know they doing the shit without that I really like. I know I can take off right now. But I want to see how far I can get myself, you know? So I really know I can just go right through, but I want to see how far I can get myself. That's what's up though, like without even, and maybe thinking about it, so you know once you do it. I know once I, like, it's gonna come to me. Living like a well-known area, not just in Chicago, but like now the world type shit. Oh yeah. I know it's like a lot of shit else going on. So like, how was it for you? Like, is that an area you came up at, like as a shorty type shit? Yeah, it's really been like that the whole time since I've been coming up as young. Like I've been to my my neighborhood for all my life, you know. I ain't never, I probably just not moved past Stony Alley, for real. So like, as a shorty, you say it was always like how it is. Now, it was always like, the buzz over there, like, it's just something about over there, like, it's too much, and there's a lot going on. Yeah. So, what would you tell like somebody that's not from Chicago? Because you know a lot of fans, like they be fans of these hoods, not knowing like they real hoods. They look at them like tourist guys, like they come and they gonna pull up and see it. They rap and shit like that. Like, is that place where fans will come and like tell y'all they some fans and try to take pictures? Like, yeah, it don't matter long as they gonna do what they want to do regardless of how people might input on it. But you can pull up, you know, tell them who you might see shit. I know a lot of rappers that was still in their hood, you know, and they're doing their shit. Like, there's a lot of rappers that's still from Chicago that really be in the trenches. They could put, I ain't got no problem with you pulling up, a fan pulling up right here where we at. I ain't got no problem with that. So, you know, with you getting deeper and deeper in the music shit, once you start leveling up more and more, like, you see yourself still being on the block kicking and shit like that? That's a hard ass question. I can't. I know how to play anything like from a distance, like say it's like it's gonna be a different place. So I know how to do everything like far as me just not getting in. So I'd be able to know from there. Like, but I think I still play my hood from a distance, but shit. You'll never know what we got to say. You got to do what you got. Let's see what you can help. If you don't know how to speak up. I feel like from a distance, but I still make sure my little ones and my family make sure they're straight. Like, I noticed like a lot of rappers, once they start getting a buzz and shit like that, a lot of people think it's close when they probably fall out over like, sometimes be money, sometimes be shit they want, like, oh yeah, that's how it's gonna be, shit. You know, some niggas, they fall out over bitches, some niggas fall out over money, some niggas fall out over this, some niggas fall out over that, you feel me? But shit, if you and your it's supposed to be your broski and your dog, shit, y'all shouldn't let shit come between y'all, but shit, I know me and my dog, we ain't letting nothing come between us. I hope not, shit, not from my point of view, I ain't.
You saw the Mike Tyson fight?
Who went from Mike Tyson was going on it? I'm knowing, like, he probably...
It was the same night? I don't remember about that fight.
Man, when I say Roy Jones' hands still fast, boy. But it just couldn't fade Mike Tyson, because Mike Tyson. He just taking it. He's like, it's just tapping him.
Look at him now.
We got a fight on Saturday night. Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. going at it in an exhibition bout. This long-awaited matchup did have some altered rules here because it was an exhibition fight. They did alter and amend a couple things here. It was going to be 8 two-minute rounds, slightly bigger 12-ounce gloves. There will be no headgear. There would be no knockouts. Not sure how you put a jurisdiction on that one. Fight will be stopped if there was a cut, and there's no official judges for a winner. However, there would be celebrity judges that would potentially call a winner. And here was the matchup. One of the most feared power punchers of all time, the legend Iron Mike Tyson, making his return to the ring at 54 years old. It's been 15 years since his last pro fight. He's facing off with a fellow legend, 51-year-old Roy Jones Jr., the former middleweight, super middleweight, two-time light heavyweight champion. But respect to both of these guys. You can see it in their eyes. A fight was ready to break out. Round 2. Roy Jones lands a no-look jab right there. Tyson unfazed late in round 5. Tyson still moving in, was really the aggressor throughout here. Lands a hard right hand and then starts landing combos. You can tell an exhausted 51-year-old Jones Jr. getting back out there and throwing some jab combinations. Giving Mike some trouble here in round 7 of 8. About as good of a fight as you would see between two 50-year-olds. Hopefully the only one you'll see between two 50-years. Unofficially, the result of the celebrity judges called this one a draw. Although the general public, a bunch of social media did see this as a clear-cut Tyson win. Here's a look at the 3 celebrity judge scorecards. Judge 1 had it in a dead heat, 76-76. Judge 2 more mirroring that of the general public, 79-73. Judge 3 saw an 80-76 the way of Jones Jr. Jet3 also did have Nate Robinson in a close one.
That's not a green, bro.
Legends abound and legends win. George Foreman made it clear how he felt. Tyson does not fight like he's 50. He is in shape too much for Roy. Joining us now to break down a truly unique night in the world of fight sports, CBS Sports Combat analyst and host of the Morning Combat, Brian Campbell, BC. We largely did not know what to expect when these two 50-somethings walked to ring center. By all estimations, a fantastic display of more than just old man strength on Saturday night. What did you make of the form and the function of these two living legends?
Look, all things considered, there are a lot of ways this could have gone poorly, which is why so much of the talk heading into this fight was about the commission and the rules, considering Tyson Jones were combined 105 years old. But you know what happened? They laced them up, the two legends touched gloves, and they went out there and put forth an entertaining effort. Was it sloppy? Yes. Were they shells of their former selves? Absolutely. But you know what it was, Joe? It was competitive, it was fun, and at the end of the day, no one got hurt. And I know you see that unofficially from three ceremonial former fighters that were judges on this night, the official result was a split draw. But what we saw was a great performance from Mike Tyson. He went out there, landed the bigger shots, surprisingly had the better stamina of the two fighters. He was the one who seemed with your eyes as your viewers won it. But to go even deeper, you saw the joy in Mike Tyson's voice after the fight. He donated his purse to charity. And if you remember, Joe asked you why, that final third of Tyson's career, it was mayhem. He was anything but, as he said after the fight, a humanitarian. It was good to see Tyson maybe find a cathartic moment here in an already weird pay-per-view that somehow ended up delivering.
Yeah, that reconciliation continues. Iron Mike finds himself in a better place spiritually, but he did, leading up to this fight, talk about the reignition of his ego. And I think you saw that before, during, and after this fight. He talked about the possibility of doing this once again, says most definitely going to try and do it. When you look back on this and what we digested here on Saturday night, do you chalk this up as a win or a loss for fight sports?
It's a win for boxing in a weird way. And again, let's not forget how badly this could have looked in terms of just both guys underperforming in a gross manner or even worse, getting hurt. Look, Tyson was hoping this pay-per-view kicks off what he's calling the Legends Only League, which is in theory supposed to be a pay-per-view series incorporating legends of all sports doing their individual sport. Who knows what that means, but I do think they opened up the potential for this kind of old guy fighting to actually work. What turned out smart in the end were the 2-minute rounds. They wore larger gloves than normal. We've seen this in the past in MMA with Bellator in recent years. Trotted out in older Shamrock, Kimbo Slice, Gracie, etc. Some of the old names came back. It's not always going to work. There's a small strike zone to get it right, but I think what you saw tonight, plenty of excitement on social media. You have to assume the pay-per-view sold well, considering all the banners leading up to it. And again, you saw a pretty decent fight, given the obvious physical limitations between them. No, there were no knockdowns or knockouts or anything brutal. A fun, competitive matchup in which Tyson, 15 years removed from his last pro fight, showed you he still had something left in that tank.
Oh my god, he throw this dumb post hook and then he pump fakes every time, bro.
You can cook. Huh?
Sanctioned by the California State Athletic Commission. You ready? Bell in round one, Ray Corona with a, well, pivotal task. The referee will have to really be on the ball. Mike Tyson expecting to come out as fast as he possible. Shit, go ahead, Roy. Mike Tyson, the cavalcade, the first round knockouts going to the liver and upstairs with that left hook, and there's a little of that bobbing, weaving across Costamare. Teaching him the early intricacies of boxing, and Mike Tyson all over Roy Jones Jr. Stu. This shit like two uncles fighting at the barbecue. Get your uncle out. Get him out. You go. Meet me in the backyard. I'm tired of this shit. Come on. Meet me back here,
Alright. Finish school this semester. I have to wait next semester just to, and I have to restart my classes. So that's gonna be hell. But I gotta do what I gotta do. So after that, man, like, I mean, I'm not even pissed off. I'm like, I don't even know how to go over this. Like, I'm used to it because a lot of this shit happens in my life. Like, shit doesn't go as planned as it should be, or how I planned it. But it's whatever. So I'm like, alright. So I go home. Yeah, I'm waiting till 3 o'clock because I gotta get my.
Wow, boy.
Okay.
And I'm kind of remembering because when I was on vacation, I was on vacation like crazy. And my mom signed me up for the people to shampoo my carpet and it's free. So I'm like, yeah, I'm sign me up. And they called me while asked me if I want to set the appointment. I said, we set the appointment for 5 on Monday, but I forgot that I had to get my tattoo finished on Monday. And I don't know how long that's going to take, so I'm like, damn. So I finally realized that.
Bring me that Highland Coleman and the Rocker.
Hey. Go.
You looking what?
A Rocker and that Highland medicine on the counter.
Hey. Hey.
Get the Highlands on that counter.
Hey. Come here. Hey.
Oh my god. Let me in the game. 2K, let me in the damn game.
Search for it because I'm new to this grind. Never had no crazy shit like this happen. And they caught me laughing. That's why I'm blessed. I'm blessed because I smoked last night and that was my last one, but my last bit of that ganja. That last bit, and I'm so glad. I mean, they couldn't even do nothing because they didn't have a search warrant, but still, they could have caught it and I could have went to jail and actually. That would have been a lot of shit. They don't want the bond out and all of that shit. I would have got my money back eventually, but still, that's just a lot of shit to deal with. But, yeah, man, they all over this bitch, and he keep asking the same fucking question, like, do I know Alex? And he calling in, he asking me what's my name, he asking me for my ID and all of this shit. So I give him my ID. I'm like, bro, my name is Markel Bailey. I don't know no Alex. I don't have a criminal record. He asked me do I have a criminal. I don't have none of that shit. The most trouble I have been in that with the law is probably like a fucking ticket or some shit. That's like, and the shit in my story time. Like, they dealing with tickets or it's in car situations. I ain't never been in no game violence. I ain't never been in no shootout. None of that shit. I mean, I've been in a shootout before, but I ain't the one been shooting. I was running away from the shit. So, what do you want? And then now these niggas, they waiting for, why are you asking the people? He asking them for my name, so he waiting, and she taking all fucking day. And he still got his hand on his fucking gun. I'm like, damn, nigga, like, relax. I don't fucking got no gun. All I got on is sweatpants and a t-shirt and my Gucci shit. Now I got a Gucci shit, so I got some Nike joints. But so she finally called and say, nah, I'm clean all that shit. I'm like, damn, I'm like, thank you. So like, sure, you don't know any Alex. I'm like, no, I don't know any Alex. So now they finally leave and then they get in their car. I call my mama instantly. Ma, these police just fucking ran all through my shit. So she get on the phone. I don't know, man. Maybe I can get some money out of their ass. Cause I ain't coming here with no search warrant. But I'ma try. I don't know. But then they get in their car and they just drive past slow as fuck. Looking all into my house, my way. Like, I'm like, damn, get you some business. So man, that's that quick out story. Man, that shit was real. I mean, I wasn't scared of nothing. I'm regular. It just caught me by surprise because I didn't think it was the police. I thought it was just the clean people. So, like, that's what made it seem like I was hiding something.
You focus on providing the right tools for your people. So do we. Lenovo will help you transition to a more agile and efficient organization with remote management and deployment solutions, predictive analytics, as-a-service solutions, and 24/7 premier support. Smarter technology is an investment in your company's greatest asset, you.
A migraine hope from Aimovig to show up for the sweet, the hectic, the tender, the tense, and the fiery.
What's he from?
But for many, migraine keeps them from saying, I am here. We aim to change that with Aimovig, a preventive treatment for migraine in adults. One dose once a month is proven to reduce monthly migraine days, for some by half or more. Don't take Aimovig if you're allergic to it. Allergic reactions like rash or swelling can happen hours to days after use. Severe constipation can happen, sometimes with serious complications. High blood pressure can happen or worsen with Aimovig. Common side effects include injection site reactions and constipation. It doesn't matter what each day brings, so long as you can say, I am here. Aim to be there more. Talk to your doctor about Aimovig.
So it's finally that Friday that you niggas been waiting for. Yes, it is story time, man. And I got a good answer. I told y'all, man, I'm warming up. I told y'all I'm gonna be bringing them stories, man. I got some crazy ass stories, man. Some of these I wasn't even gonna tell, but I don't know. So I'm gonna tell you how. I'm gonna tell you how I found out my man was gay. We not friends anymore. And, man, I always fuck with him. I don't fuck with him anymore, bro. This is a long time ago. I'm gonna get into this story, bro. bro. It's so fucking crazy. It's so fucking weird. Oh my god. Okay, I don't know if you're gay or not, but I'm gonna tell you what happened. It's crazy actually. Okay, it was around, I was coming off my freshman year, I was 9th grade going into the 10th grade, I'm still short as fuck, if you look, I'm gonna take the picture. I'm still low-key kind of
Boy, God is good.
body ain't even thinking about the boy. Niggas just look like Major Mac out here. I mean, and then like everybody, all my friends and all my peers and shit, they all of me, I'm just yeah, whatever. But it's summertime. I do it like a normal high school kid would do. Like, especially at the 9th grade, you're not gonna go to like all 1,000 bars and shit.
This nigga trying to come on here, bro.
Growing up, man, I was really shy until like 10th grade. Once I hit 10th grade, I just stopped caring about shit. I stopped caring about about me and all of that shit. That's when I started breaking out. At this time, I was low key kind of shy. And I didn't really know how to be. Like, I wasn't really that social. I had a lot of friends, but I wasn't like, you know, I wasn't like the popular kid, you know, like that. I was like a like, you know, like, I was like a normal ass kid, but that's basically what I am. And I wouldn't talk to people unless they talk to me like that. I was just like, that's what I had to learn on my own. Yeah, so now I'm just like, alright, so this is a normal ass kid. MySpace or Facebook, I'm not really sure which one I was. I think they were both like popping at the same time around this time. But I'm on I think I was on either one of those social networks, and I had a phone at the time. I get a text message. Like, who the fuck is this? Because I mean, back in the day, I wouldn't even text dudes. Like, I gotta look at that. Texting dudes is low key kind of gay, like you for Facebook or some shit. So I used to just like have a whole bunch of female girls in my phone and no dude. Like, I mean, if I have a dude in my phone, it's probably like the only nigga that'd probably be in my phone is probably Swan. That's like the only nigga that I really fuck with out of like every dude in this universe, like as a friend. But everybody else, like all the other dudes, I wouldn't save their contact. It'd just be like a number. But I would never save that shit. It'd be straight female contact in my phone. So he hit me up. He's like, hey bro, like, man, who the fuck is this? Cause I don't save the contacts. I don't know who the fuck it is. I'm like, who this? Who said this? Ooh, I'm like, should I say that? No, I ain't gonna say his name, bro.
You a bitch. In the other house.
I'll be embarrassed if I tell my shit. You don't know who he is, but. So I'm like, oh, what's good, bro? He said, what's up, man? What you on? I'm like, nothing. I'm going to the ride today. He's like, oh, you go to the ride on La side? I'm like, yeah, I can go to the ride. Why you don't go to the ride? I don't know, like playing basketball like that. I'm like, alright. And then now the conversation is starting to get dry. I'm like, man, what the fuck do he want? Because he keep texting me and shit like that. I don't really like texting niggas. That shit low-key kind of gay. So then, like, after a while, we text like 20 more minutes. Not talking about shit, we talking about some bullshit. I'm not even like texting this bad. Like, I see the text messages, but I want to reply to them immediately. Like, you know how you do your email, like that you like. You know, I just look at his shit, you know, see what I'm doing, and then text him back when I feel like it. So then he's like, hey bro, I'm like, yeah, what's up? This nigga text me 2 times in a row. He's like, hey, you trying to come to this party with me? I'm like, first thing in my mind, I'm like, I'm not really a party type. I used to hate parties. Like, I really fuck with parties like that. Because down here where I'm from, bro, parties, it's like, every time you go to a party, somebody dies, or somebody gets robbed, somebody gets jumped, or some shit like that. Something always bad happens, bro, like, every fucking time. So I really wasn't into parties. So yeah, I'm like, bro, I don't know, man. Like, I don't really like parties like that. He said, man, come on, man, stop being a bitch. He called, that's what really ticked me off. I'm like, man, I ain't no fucking bitch. He said it's not even in Rockford, because that's where I live at. I live in Rockford, Illinois. He said it's in Milwaukee. I'm like, first of all, I mean, and he was older than me. He was 17 and I was like 15 or some shit, and I'm really, really young. And I mean, my mom, she would let me go places, but like parties and shit, no, like, I ain't started being able to be a free kid, like do whatever the fuck I want until I was like maybe 16 or 17 or some shit like that. So I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm out to see. He said, man, come on, bro. Stop being a little bitch, man. I'm like, man, you know what? Fuck it. Okay, I'm gonna come. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna come. I think I'm gonna come. You know what? Damn well in my mind, I do not want to go, man. Cause I'm like, if I go there, I'm gonna die. Bro, I'm so cautious about everything, bro. Like, you can call me, like, I used to be, I don't know, whatever you want to call me. You can call me lame, you can call me scary, I don't care. It's just, I think ahead, bro. I don't want to fuck my life up over something stupid. I want to be in the wrong place at the wrong time and get pranked for something that I didn't do or anything like that, bro. I just don't want to fuck my life up. That's really my main thing, bro. I want to have a successful life. I want to live a happy life. I've been thinking about this ever since I was a little ass kid. I do not want to fuck my life up because so many people in my family, like, they fuck their life up. A lot of my friends fuck their life up. I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be in that category, like, you know, that black person who did this and he's, of course he did that. Like, you know, I don't want to be in that category, bro. So I'm like, man. So I'm like, all right, bro, it's time. He like, come on, I'm gonna come pick you up at 6. It's gonna take us like 40 some minutes. Well, not, was it like 40? Like a 40 some or an hour to get there. Then I'm gonna come around like 7. I'm like, all right, bro. Man, so I go in my car. I'm like, what the fuck I'm going where? I'm so happy because that day I'm coming fresh out from the barbershop on my day evening shit. Fresh from the barbershop. And this is when I used to rock the mohawk every fucking day, bro. I mean, I had the mohawk for like 2 years straight. They used to call me Roscoe because I used to have a mohawk. Like, my mohawk used to be like Roscoe's dad. My cousin used to hook me the fuck up with my mohawk. And at the barber used to be my man. So I had 2 people. So sometimes I come home with variety. Sometimes I have like massages and shit in my mohawk. And sometimes it just be dumb Christmas and shit like that. So yeah, man, I'm looking on someone. Wear. I ain't got nothing to wear. I mean, I have clothes to wear, but like, it's a party, and I know it's bad people there. I want to look fresh. I mean, I don't know these hoes, but I want to wear something that, like, I mean, back in the day, I was really into clothes, but I didn't have too many clothes, I didn't have any money. Like, I'm only fucking 15, I'm broke as shit. I ain't got no money, what I'm buying with. I can't ask my mama, because my mom's not gonna be buying me all these things, too. Like, clothes. I'm like, man, fuck. So I just put on my best shit, bro. I had on, Black Label clothing. I don't know if you guys know what that is. It used to be popular back in like the 19th grade year. Everybody used to have that shit. I only had like one outfit of that shit, bro. It wasn't even the best. And then I had on some regular jeans, like some regular jeans, cause I didn't wear like we didn't have like baggy jeans. Like skinny jeans was like a no-go. You couldn't wear skinny jeans or you get clowned. I mean, people would wear them, but you would get clowned for wearing skinny jeans. Like after like I say like a year and a half, then everybody started wearing skinny jeans. So people started getting clowned for that. But around that summertime, man, people were getting clowned for skinny jeans down here. So I threw on some regular jeans and I threw on some Jordans. It was some regular Jordans. Like back in the day, I wasn't really into shoes because I couldn't afford them. So yeah, but so I threw on my clothes, man. Well, I ain't throw them on yet, but I took a shower. Then I threw on my clothes. You know, got ready, got dressed. Threw on some Usher cologne because I got some Usher cologne for my birthday a while ago, and that shit was like $50 for this little ass bottle, and that shit smelled dumb good. So man, now I'm all fresh and clean, you know, from head to toe. I mean, I wasn't fresh and clean, but I was clean. So he pull up on me. He texted me like, I'm outside. I'm like, all right, bro. So I get in the car. This nigga listening to Beyonce. What the fuck? I'm like, bro, what you listening to? He said, it's the radio. I said, this ain't no fucking radio. She said all type of nasty shit. I'm like, bro. He's like, oh no, this is my girl city. I'm like, bro, you lying. So now I'm like, what the fuck? So now we driving. We finally get to the place, man. When we get there, bro, I'm talking about it's the fucking hood, nigga. I'm like, man, what the fuck are we at? He said, we at the place. I'm like, bro, it's a house party? I'm thinking it's like a regular party, like at an event or something like that, or like you know, like at a hotel or something. You know how like they hold parties at hotels or something like that? I'm thinking it's at a hotel. Man, this shit is at a house party, and it looks like a fucking crack house. I see crackheads all around this bitch, prostitutes, just asking to come fuck me, like, come over here. Like, no. Like, bro, what is this, bro? Bro. He said, man, stop being a little bitch. Like, that's what used to give me all the time when niggas was trying to get it. But I ain't no bitch. Stop disrespectful playing on me. That's when I just stuck it up and no homo pause. I used to, alright, come on, let's get it. we got the car, we walk into the house. I go into the house, bro. When I tell you, it smell like straight ass and cigarettes and alcohol in that bitch. Oh my god. I'm like, bro, you smell it? You can smell it. I'm like, yeah, you must be used to this shit, bro. I cannot deal. Like, man, I was so ready to go. I was low key gonna call my mama and tell her to come pick me up. But I didn't even tell my mama where I was at. I thought I was going to my friend's house to play video games. That used to be my number one excuse. I'm going to play some fucking video games. That's just crazy. Cause like, I mean, like, video games, bro. What more is we gonna be doing? We playing video games. So she let me go. So, but now I'm not really at playing video games. Like the fucking crack house party. You know, like that. Like, oh my god. So I go in there, man. There's people everywhere. These people look so much older than me. I don't even belong here, man. I look like fucking Calvin Cambridge playing in the NBA compared to all these people. I'm little as fuck. I mean, I'm not little. I'm not like dumb little like me. I wasn't really a midget. I was like 5'5". You got grown niggas in here smoking marijuana or smoking cigarettes. You got people in here drinking alcohol. You got these ratchet ass bitches twerking and shit. I'm so uncomfortable to the max, nigga. To the max. So me and my friend, we go over there. Hey, bro, we go sit on the couch, bro. I want this shit. Like, man, what you being lame for? I'm like, I'm just gonna go sit on the couch, bro. I'm tired. He's like, yeah, I ain't tired. You got here. I'm like, bro, no, just holler at me when you're ready. So I go over there, sit on the couch, man. I'm like, bro. In my head, like, I'm low-key wanting to cry because I just want to go. So man, this is when the story was short. So this girl comes sit over. Some girl came and sit by me. She's ugly as fuck. She said, hey. I'm like, what's up? I'm like, what's up? She said, how old are you? You look young. I said, I'm only 15. She said, oh damn, you don't belong here. I'm like, yeah, I know I don't belong here. She said, oh well, I mean I can keep you company if you want to, you know. I'm like, no, I'm straight. I'm just being polite. I want to tell this bitch to get the fuck out of my face. She ugly as fuck. She had a cat. I mean, nothing to get some people with cats, but she was ugly as shit, my nigga. I could not be around her. So she just standing annoying me. But I'm not, like, she talking to me. She saying shit. I'm not even paying any attention to the talk. I look over my friend talking to some female. I'm like, damn. Like, first of all, this female, she has this dress on, and her arms look really big. I'm like, damn, what the fuck? So he talking to her. I'm like, damn, this nigga, I don't know, like, this fucking dude. I mean, this female talking to fucking dude. So what the fuck? So then I'm like, damn, no, I ain't no mind that. So I'm steady sitting on the couch, bro. I'm just ready to fucking go. I was getting ready to call my uncle. Yeah. So then I go into the kitchen because they had this little, like they had snacks and shit in there. Like the snacks. I was hungry. And McDonald's was like right across the street. I couldn't get a motherfucking chicken meal. So I was just gonna go get me like a chicken and a Sprite. So I was in the kitchen, man. Let me see if they got something in there before I spend some money because I need this $2 just in case. You never know what's gonna happen. So I go into the kitchen. I go to the kitchen because there was shit in there. So now I go back to the living room where my friend was at. I'm gonna go tell him I'm gonna go to McDonald's because there's that shit in there for me to eat. And I'm starving, like my stomach is touching my ribs, like it's real over here. So next thing you know, I come back into the little living room where everybody was dancing and shit. My friend is kissing this man-looking ass nigga. I'm like, what the fuck? So I ain't even going to start. I'm like, I'm gonna let him do what he gotta do, man. So I go back and sit back on the couch. Old girl come right back with her ugly ass. Oh my god. She said, what you doing? Like, why you ain't getting up dancing? I'm tired. And he said, I'm just waiting for my friend to finish so we can go. She's like, oh, who you doing? So I'm waiting till I'm like, yeah, right. He's like, damn, your friend gay? I'm like, what? I'm like, no, my nigga ain't gay. What the fuck you mean? She said, obviously he gay because that's the dude. I'm like, oh, shit. What the fuck? This nigga gay. Oh my god, I'm like, damn. So I get up. So I go over there with my friend was there. I'm crashing the fuck up. I'm dying laughing, bro. And like, I think low-key everybody in the place really, like, he keeping the dude. I went over there, like, niggas was, like, laughing. They just pointing, but I don't know if they was pointing towards him, but you know how you walk past and niggas laughing, and, like, you kind of ear hustle and shit like that. I heard shit like that, so I walk up to this nigga laughing, dying laughing. And I didn't even want to touch this nigga, because now this nigga's gay. Now this nigga gay. So I like, hey, let me holler at you for a second. He's like, alright, I'll be back. He called her baby. Like, what the fuck? Like, bro, we say, what the fuck up? Nigga, oh, girl just told me that's a fucking dude. I said, what are you talking about? I'm like, dude, oh, girl, you just kissed it. That's a fucking nail, my nigga. That's a fucking nail. I'm all in this nigga face. I'm damn near ready to smack his ass. Like, stop fucking playing, boy. You got me fucked up. I ain't gay. I'm like, nigga, look at her fucking throat. I ain't even notice this shit. I just said, look at her fucking throat. And then come back and tell me that's a fucking dude. Nigga, this is when the shit went south. That nigga stop playing. So he turned around. Old girl talking to some, she talking to some, well, the old female. She talking to some, like, some other females. Then he turned around, he looked at her throat. She had a big ass Adam's apple. I'm talking about Adam's apple on the swole. Like, that bitch could knock you out with her Adam's apple. This nigga straight. Run to the bathroom. Throw up. I'm every fucking way. I'm like, damn, I'm cracking the fuck up. I couldn't record it because I had boost mode.
You're going to go back.
Boost mode phone with no camera. I had that boost mode phone with no camera. That fat ass boost mode phone, like the very first one. You don't know what it is, man. Go look it up on Google, bro. Fat ass boost mode phone. It was real for me. So man, I'm cracking the fuck up, man. This nigga just throwing.
This is the body.
I'm like, no, bro, chill out. Chill out. So, in the living room, did that bitch go? I guess somebody told her that, I know the girl who told me, I guess she told the female that she told me, and I told my friend. So she checked the fuck out of it. She speeded us out this bitch, cause she was gonna get her ass. I mean, I don't know, he probably wanna beat her up. She was strong as fuck, and he's skinny too, so he got his ass beat. I'm like, bro, you gay as fuck. He said, nigga, stop playing with me. Oh, my mama, I'm gonna beat your ass, I'm gonna beat her ass. I'm just cracking fuck up. I mean, low-key, I ain't wanna fight him because he was like fucking 6 foot. So I'm like, alright, my bad. I didn't left that situation alone. I'm low-key still laughing inside though. So yeah, I'm gonna leave you alone though. I ain't trying to plus he was my ride home. He was right home. I need to get home. I don't even straight and walking. So after that, man, we leave the party. He ain't saying shit. He pissed the fuck off. We get in the car. He blasted me. He ain't even trying to talk. That nigga. So finally we get home. I get home. He get ready to drop me off. We put up in the like on the sidewalk. I get out the car. I'm like, all right, bro. He ain't say shit to me. This is why I think our friendship died, bro. Cause after that, I ain't hear nothing else from this nigga. He just sped off. He's kind of tired screech when he pull off really fast. I'm like, bro, what you mad at me for? Like, damn, that's a long ass day. And I ain't told nobody this story. Well, I told one person. But I said I wasn't gonna tell nobody because he did tell me don't tell nobody. Fuck that nigga. Right now, I'm taller than this nigga and I would fight the same nigga. But I don't give a fuck. Hopefully he sees something. Not be friends no more because you did. I won't be a friend no more. Man, that's that crazy ass story right there. I'm gonna talk to that nigga like for like, I don't know, like years. I mean, I think about like a couple years ago, but like, man, well, ever since that day, I guess that shit changed me like that. I guess I was laughing at him too much, making too many jokes. Sometimes I just gotta shut the fuck up, cause sometimes I do go overboard. I will laugh at a nigga and make jokes all fucking day. But man, I hope you guys enjoyed this crazy ass story time, man. More stories coming soon. You know, I got another story coming out in 2 weeks.
Oh my goodness.
I got
Look at so somehow all the things telling me.
All that good stuff, bro. I'm gonna catch y'all later on more videos, bro. Hey man, what's poppin', y'all? So yeah. Some shit like that. I'm not really sure. I'm a little like under the weather right now, but I'm gonna tell y'all this story time. Anyway, I'm starting to get a little more personal with my life, bro. There's some shit that I just didn't feel comfortable telling y'all, but at this point, I really don't even give a fuck. I got like, bro, my next story is probably gonna be like my most.
Fuck you, bro. Fuck you.
It's not even most embarrassing moment, but like.
Bye, bitch.
Like this most embarrassing thing. I don't know if y'all want me to tell y'all that or y'all want me to tell this fight. So let me know in the comment section which one y'all want to hear. The most. It is what it is. I really don't care. I'm gonna get into this story time when I found out I was a side piece, bro. Like I wasn't even treating her like I was a side piece, but she was treating me like a side piece. And I found out. I'm gonna tell you. Okay, it was around when I was.
I ain't never did this before, bro. I ain't never came in this bitch.
What I want to do with my life, you feel me? I didn't know if I wanted to, if I wanted to go off to college or just go to community college or a regular job because, like, I didn't know what I wanted to do, man. I had no guidance at this time, I grew up with no father, but, yeah, I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do.
Oh my God.
I still had this, like, mindset of, still getting all the girls. I'm not like this now. I'm older. Now I'm like I'm 48 or some shit. But I'm wiser, like that. Like my priorities are pretty much. Oh, they not as bad as they used to be. Like back in the day, I would go if I had like $128 and it's supposed to last me the whole week to get food. I'll go around and go buy some Jordans and shit. Like now my priorities is way better than it used to be. So at this time, I'm 19. I'm thinking about females. Like I'm not even really thinking about going off to school. I mean, it's in the back of my head, like and shit like that. Is like my life. Getting my life together that's all that is in the back of my head. But in the front of my head right now, it's fucking getting girls at this point. Cause I'm fresh out of school. I got so much free time on my hands. I can do whatever the hell I want to do. I didn't have a car at the time. I used to have my mom's car. That shit. So whenever I got her car, I'd go to the girl house and do shit. I would lie to my mama, tell her that I'm going to Walgreens, I'm going to Walmart, I'm going some other place. Cause my mom used to be that type of mom that always asking you questions, bro. Like, where you going? What's the mama name? What's her name? All this shit, like, I'm gonna just get kidnapped or some shit, like it's in college and shit. I used to hate that, so I used to always just lie and tell her I'm going somewhere, like, oh, maybe I'm going to why. Somewhere where So I end up meeting this girl over the internet. I mean, it ain't like she was like 30 miles away or some shit like that. I mean, not 30, that's like, it wasn't like she was 30,000 miles away. She was actually in the same city where I stay. I live in Rockford, and she was living in Rockford. She was still in school at the time. She was in 12th grade, and I was out of school. So, when you tell a bitch that she's out of school and all that shit, they get moist. They get wet. Like, you automatically get pussy as soon as she tell them you're not in school, bro. They're like, oh, he's old. That's all they really get. And he's able to do stuff that the other guy can't do in her school. He got restrictions and all this other shit. Some of them are savages and shit like that. But that's another story. She went to a more of like public, not public, but like private schools and the majority of her school was white. She was light skinned. She was mixed. She was mixed with something. She was white.
I want to school with
I don't really know. But I'm gonna describe her, bro. She looked so good. She was really short though. She was like 4'11" or 5 foot. She was right there. She was fun size. I call that fun size. When a bitch is that little, I call that fun size. But she was short. She had a nice body on her, bro. Her titties was that big. It was like normal size. She had a nice butt, like was out there, bro. I mean, not like on no Nicki, but shit. She was like,
oh my God, I can't even get a layup.
Like, it was pretty big for like a normal sized person, cause not like no injections bullshit, nothing like that, but it was like pretty. I don't really know. I don't really know how to explain it. So yeah, man. Once I see her in real life, damn, God bless you with one. Because she was, bro, she was just so fucking good, man. She had long hair. And like me, I really don't. I mean, well, like right now, I really don't care. My girlfriend don't wear weave, but I mean, she probably wear hair there. But you know them black girls that wear weave every fucking day? I hated that shit. And like, I don't know, that's so annoying. But she was mixed, so she was kind of like, you know, they don't really have to wear weave, but they don't wear weave. So I was like, that was a plus to me. So I'm like, yeah, I got fuck with her, bro. And then like her voice was so light, man. She was so sexy. I matched with her. So man, like, we would be talking on the phone like from like for hours, bro. She looked like I didn't even want to talk on the phone with her. I wasn't even engaged in conversation like how I was. How I was engaging in conversation with her. Because like I really didn't have time for that shit. I was just reading or we not really talking. If I ain't texting, that means I'm trying to talk to multiple girls at one time. I can't talk on the phone at multiple girls at one time. But at this girl, I'm like, man, I might end up wifing her, bro, because she's just like that bad. She's that A1. So I'm like, man, she might have to be the one, bro. I'm telling all my homies and shit, because I'll be on the phone while they in the room playing like 2K or some shit. I think this is like when 2K 13 or 12 was out. I don't really know. But I'm like, bro, I might have to get her, bro. He's like, yeah, she a bad one. Yeah, you know, that's how we talk when I be on the phone, or you know, when you talking about a female or some shit like that. It would be like retarded ass, short, simple ass conversation. So I say maybe a month went by, so it's starting to get like real. We talking every day on the phone, all of this crap. I'm calling her babe, she calling me babe. So now I'm like, bro, I mean, I seen her a couple of times, but we were never like, you know, I never like rushed into shit because I didn't want to ruin nothing, because I really want to like fuck with her, bro. Like I'm like, damn, like she really the shit. So now a month went by, right? Like at this time I'm kind of getting agitated, bro. I'm getting irritated with this shit because I never went this long without hitting the girl that I've been talking to. So it's been a month without having sex. I feel like a fucking virgin. I'm like, I gotta make a move, bro. So we went to I think I forgot, it was either Fridays or it was IHOP, I'm not sure. So we went there, and before we ordered our food, and you know, before you gotta try to move in fast before they order food, cause she ordered some fucking bacon salad. I don't know, she ordered some shit that I know her breakfast gonna be A1. They had all type of garlic, bro. I had to make a move. So I'm like, come over here, sit by me. So she came over there, she sat by me. So I made my move instantly. I just leaned in, started slobbing her down. I had to get that over with, bro, because I ain't kissing her after no garlic breath. And this was around the time, yeah, it was Fridays, and this was around the time when our Fridays stopped like giving peppermints at the counter, because like little kids would be just grabbing a handful of shit, like it's like this trick or treat or some shit on like Halloween. So they removed that. So you on your own after after you eat all your food. So after I get done slapping her down, we eat our food and all that stuff. So the day went by fast. So now I'm like, yeah, rubbing hands like Birdman at home, you know, taking a shower, singing some type of shit in the shower. I don't know. I'm just feeling really, really good. So I'm like, yeah, man, I'm feeling. The next thing I do, she coming in, I'm going over her house and I'm beating them sheets. I'm beating that up. I'm finna beat that pussy like it stole something from me, bro. It's finna be real. So I say like maybe 2 weeks go by. I'm like, bro, can I come over your house? She like, nah. I'm like, what? I'm like, first of all, I ain't never got curved. I mean, like, not curved like that. Like, every time I actually go over a girl house or some shit like that, they be like, yeah, you can come over there, give me a day or something like that. She just said no. Bro, that hurt my heart. I damn near wanted to, like, bitch. I mean, we was texting, so I couldn't tell her how I really wanted to feel, like, over the phone, but I'm like, what you mean? She said, nah, you can't come over. I'm like, what? I'm trying to see you. She said, I don't want to see you, so at this point, I'm like, damn, what the fuck did I do? Did I like another bitch status or some shit? Like, what's really going on with her? So I'm like, all right. I'm like, whatever, bro. I just hit her with the whatever, and we damn near didn't even text that whole day. So, you know, I mean, she wasn't my girlfriend at the time, so I really didn't care. I low-key cared, but I didn't care at the same time. I cared because I still want to be with her. I mean, I want to talk to her because I want to make sure everything's cool, because she was just A1 and all of this shit. So I'm like, whatever. But I ended up talking to another girl that night anyway. So I say like the next 2 days went by, we really ain't talked that whole time. So at this point, I'm thinking like, man, this shit over. She's like, then she texted me, she's like, come over. At this point, I'm like, confused. I'm like, man, is this bitch on her period? Like, man, you really confused me. So I'm like, all right, when you want me to come over? She said 6 o'clock. I'm like, why I can't come over right now? I'm like, because school is out at this time. It's like Saturday. I'm like, why I can't come over right now? She said, because. I'm like, because what? She said, my boyfriend is here. I'm like, hold on, bro. When I tell you, my nigga, this is what I did, bro. I grabbed my phone, I turned the shit off, and I restarted the shit. I'm like, man, is my phone tweaking? I'm like, this can't be real, bro. I cut my shit off, I cut it back on. I'm like, man, is this the right text message? So once I turned my phone back on, I went to her contact. I made sure it was her number, bro. I had to make sure it was her number. So I go back to the message, and I go, I scroll up to like the top when we was talking about her coming over, me coming over. I'll read all the way down, and it the same shit. So I was 100% real, like, yeah, so it was 100%, like, this is what she said. This is sent from her. So I'm like, what are you talking about? She said, my boyfriend's here. I'm waiting for him to leave. Well, I mean, he about to leave. I'm like, you ain't never told me you had no boyfriend. And before this time, bro, all this side nigga bullshit, all this shit wasn't even thought of. I mean, it was, but you know, it wasn't as popular as it is now. Like, it wasn't really cool to be a side nigga at this time. You was really looking at like you was getting played or whatever. So I'm like, what? She said, I didn't want to tell you because I didn't know what you would say, but I really, really like you, but I want to be with him too because he treated me so good. I mean, I'm like, at this point, I don't know how to feel. She got my emotions all over the place. Like, a part of me just like, man, you might as well say fuck it and just fuck with her and a whole bunch of bitches. She could just be one of them people you just mess with. And another piece like, man, this bitch hurt my heart. This bitch hurt my fucking heart. Damn near wanted to just go over her house and just light everything up, just punch her ass in the throat. So I'm like, all right, I ain't even text her back. I give myself 20 minutes. I'm gonna think about it. You know, like, you got the devil on your other shoulder, you got the angel on the other shoulder. That's how it felt. One side of me telling me just stick with it, bro. You know, she bad as fuck. She's worth it. She's worth it. Just fuck with other bitches and fuck with her. I'm telling you, everything will be A1. Then the other one is like, no, you don't do this, bro. You better do this, bro. Don't do this, bro. So the other side, the devil side is telling me, bro, go fuck with her, bro. She just look that good. So after 20 minutes of thinking, I said, forget it. Fuck this shit. I can't go, man. That booty is just nice. And I can't go, man. It's been like a month and some weeks. I gotta at least hit her. If I hit her, bro, I will be done. I swear I will be done. So I said, all right. So that was my main goal. Just hit her and I'll be done, man. We ain't gotta do this shit no more. So that same day, when 6 o'clock came, I drove over to her house. I lied to my mama and told her I was going to YMCA. Didn't go to YMCA. Went over her house. So I pull up. She gave me her address and shit like that. And she ended up living in a nice-ass neighborhood. I'm talking about she had nice-ass cars. A nice-ass house, man. Her house was like 2 stories, bro. And the lake was like right outside, bro. Her shit was really, really nice. I'm like, damn. Like, maybe I should just be a side nigga. I mean, side nigga don't sound too bad at this point. Look at how bad she is, man. How she living, she fuck around cash. I don't know, nigga, you know. Man, trying to make, I mean, at the time, I'm like, man, because, you know, I didn't know what I was to do with my life. So I'm like, man, I don't even know, man. I might have to start my rap career or some shit, you know, invest into this check or some shit. Because, you know what I mean, she was living a life, bro. I'm talking about she had her own car, all this shit, man. Daddy, I don't know what her daddy and mama did, but obviously they was doing really good for they stuff. So I get over her house, ain't no parents home. It's just me and her. So I'm like, man, I gotta make my move. But first I gotta ask some questions first, cause you know, a nigga have phobia of catching AIDS. So we sitting there, we talking. So I'm like, I asked her all type of questions about her boyfriend. I'm like, how long y'all been going out? She said some years. I'm like, why you saying break up with him? Why is you with me? She said, because I don't wanna like, I don't know, she said some retarded ass shit, like I don't wanna just throw away our years of being together. I'm like, so you rather cheat with me and you know, jeopardize a relationship? She said, yeah. He said, I'm like, so what you see in him that you, what you see in me that you don't see in him? She said, you just fun and I feel like I can do anything with you, I can be myself. I'm like, bro, like you might as well forget him and just come roll with me. She said, I want to, I really, really want to, but it just, I don't want to feel like a hoe. I'm like, in my mind, like, bitch, you are a hoe. Look what are you doing? But she said, I want to be like a hoe because but as soon as I leave him, I get with you. Then how is it gonna make me? I'm like, oh yeah, you right. But what a part of you really want to say is, bitch, you gonna be a hoe. You're a hoe right now. Just look at the signs. Look at the signs, bitch. Look at the signs. So after we talked, man, I had to get straight to it. I'm like, so y'all ever had sex? I had to throw that in there. She said, no, we haven't had sex yet. I'm like, what? She said, I'm a virgin. I'm like, oh my God, I'm talking about, all I heard was church music, bro. All I heard was church music. I'm like, all right, before I start, praising the Lord for this moment, I'm like, why haven't y'all did anything? He ain't pushed up on you. She said, no, her boyfriend was white, so he's actually pretty lame, but she said, we were saving ourselves for marriage. I'm like, why? I mean, that was actually a dumb question. She said, because he's a Christian and he doesn't want to, have sex right now. So I said, I'll wait and we'll wait. They both was waiting, I guess, or whatever. But she said, she didn't want to wait anymore. She just wanted to, get to it. So when she said that, bro, ding, 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 that's my key. I'm like, so, you just thirsty to have it or what? She said, no, it just, I don't want to feel like I'm wasting my time, over time. What if we do break up and I'm just this virgin ass 30-year-old? I'm like, yeah, you right. She's like, are you a virgin? I said, no, I had sex one time, and that was a really, really long time ago. I'm lying like a motherfucker. I'm just trying to do everything. I want her to feel like I got some type of experience, but I'm not a hoe as well, you feel me? So she's like, oh, yeah. So I'm like, yeah. So I'm like, what you trying to watch a movie? And this was before Netflix and chill, so we didn't have no Netflix. She popped in the DVD. She said, yeah, we can watch a movie. She said, you pick it up. So I picked out my movie, man. I picked out my movie, Nemo. That's my movie. She had some other bullshit over there, but I fuck with Nemo and Shark Tales. They're my two movies, but she was kind of white, so they ain't have no hood ass Shark Tales. So I put one on the Nemo. So we on the couch right now, and I'm like, can you go get some cover? Because it's pretty cold knowing damn well it's not cold. It's like, temperature is like 70 degrees in the house, maybe like 68, but it wasn't cover weather. So, but at this time, when you turn on the movie, you're trying to cuddle with her, you feel me? That's what you want to do. So she go grab like 2 things to cover. I turn on the movie, and when a movie is on, bro, I turn on blast. So like when you start doing shit, like it don't seem awkward when it's so quiet in the room. So that shit goes by. I said like we get into like 30 minutes into the movie. So I make my move, bro. I'm like, yeah, this gotta be the moment. This gotta be the moment. I might just have to be that side nigga of the year, bro. I might have to just be MVP, you feel me? I might have to just be the MVP. So I put my arm around her. I put my arm around her before. Once we got on the couch and we started chilling. So I bring her closer to me. Like I put her hand on my chest or whatever. And now I'm just chilling. We chill for like 5 minutes. So then I put my other arm under that cover and I just like bring her close to me. And my bad if this story real long, bro, but I'm getting into straight detail. I'm painting a picture for you niggas. So I bring her close to me, bro. So I get her looking at her. She said, what's wrong? I said, no, I just shake my head. I ain't say nothing to give her that look, like that sexy ass look. Like just looking at her, bro. This is what I used to, just be on my Mac Daddy bullshit, bro. So now I just made my move, bro. Start tonguing her down. I'm talking about everything, like it wasn't nasty, but it was like, I'm talking about all types of tongue, bro. It was getting real. So then next thing you know, I just I put my hand under her shirt just to get the film on her, bro.